Welcome everyone to today's live stream. Yes, hopefully, fingers crossed, every possible way. No problems this day with internet. I've been checking it for like the last hour, and it seems pretty stable. So hopefully, Xfinity, Comcast got their act together and are not going to mess anything up for me today. But if not, you know, we'll work around it. Hi, Jenny. Thank you already for joining in. Actually, go ahead and say thank you again to you, Jenny, as well as to Felonious. You and Felonious this week renewed your memberships for 21 months in a row. Wow, you put up with me for almost 2 years now. And then we have Alyash, who put up with me as of this week, renewed for 32 months as a member. So thank you all for your support. It helps keep Timmy fed with treats. Speaking of treats, Timmy's got a treat right here. He's just not paying attention to. Timmy, you want something? Yeah, you want a snack? You want another one of these? You want one of these? You gotta ask for it. Ask. All right, I'm gonna put it here. You can't see it? No. You want it? Oh, right here. We'll put it right here. There we go. Stretch the neck. Hi, Kath, Thomas, and Gohan. Thanks for joining in as well. All right, you ready? You ready? Who's my buddy? No, that's not it. Who's my buddy? Who's my buddy? You're my buddy? Yeah? Okay. Yes, it's been kind of a busy week, at least with my job. But also, I did go ahead and take the opportunity to put out 2 videos, you know, for the week, which wasn't so much it was busy. It was just the fact that, you know, I could do these pretty much back to back and knock them out. So yeah. Thank you again, Jenny. I don't know about the best, unless you're talking about Timmy. Timmy might be the best. Which, oh yeah, next week we'll have him wear his costume, at least for the start of the live stream. I don't know how long he'll want to keep it on, because next week is Halloween weekend. So, we're gonna be, me and him will do something. Yeah. He won't care. He'll just want to take the costume off. That's all it will be. Thomas, I do believe I remember you. I don't know, you don't join in that often. But yeah, I do recognize the name. Alright, so, Planet Crafter. I'm assuming everybody has already started playing with the new update. You saw I had the video Wednesday, went over all the new stuff with the update. Video yesterday, did the walkthrough of the new alien locations, but because I used a backup copy of my game saves, we're actually going to start today doing the whole entire sequence again of the new alien locations. We're going to run right through that. So if you haven't done it already, or the video went a little too quickly in some spots, we're going to do it live. And so you follow along and, you know, hope it, you know, helps you out. But beyond that, also going to do a bunch of playing around with some of the new tech we got. We got auto crafters. Now, we'll say, Archanaut, I think is Acronaut, who makes some of the mods I use, specifically the machines deposit into remote containers, did release an update. And I've already tested the update, and while before the update it seemed like everything was working the same, even the new tier 3 ore extractor was automatically transferring and depositing, the new update for the mod does not seem to have had an effect on the auto crafter. So the auto crafter still doesn't deposit out into the containers from what I've been able to test. It just still builds on itself. So hopefully that's going to be updated, and we'll have the auto crafter be able to auto deposit with the mod into your storage lockers. So with that in mind, we're going to build a little bit today, do some auto crafting setups that are not mod related, and we're going to do some stuff that will be mod related to help later on. I want to see if we can automate most of the biolab production, because I really don't like having to go back and forth getting algae. So I want to automate that if we can, and we're going to do try to do an automation for tree spreaders tier 3 and possibly the new mushroom tree seed. And I've already removed it, but we're not going to be doing the space cow mod anymore. That was another one from Acronaut. We're not going to use the space cow because I'm actually going to clear that area for some of the production we're going to be setting up. So we're going to be doing some automated with that, and I've got plenty of room on my my framework, my foundation grids on both the main base and the waterfall base. So we got plenty of space to do some weird automating. We're going to try to do some of that today. Yes, Planet Crafter has mods, and as I mentioned in the Wednesday video for the new update, it will actually show in the bottom right of the heads-up display now, modded, if you are using mods. You can't deconstruct anything? Wow, I haven't had that problem, Jenny. That's yeah, weird that you've had that. Kath, the mods are not on the Steam Workshop. You can get the mods through Nexus Mods or go to the Planet Crafter wiki. And there are some of the mods that are listed only there, not on Nexus Mods, like the remote deposit into containers. I don't think is even on Nexus Mods. It's just off the wiki through the developer or the creator's GitHub. So I would start with the Planet Crafter wiki, because they do have a page that's just for the modding, and it has all the mods, you know, a lot of the mods listed there. And it's just as easy as you normally do for like Nexus mods. You just take it, drag it into a folder, done. I even have a video on how to set up modding for it. It's not natively built in. You have to use Bepinet, but I do have a video already showing you how to do that for Planet Crafter. Xbox having the same issue too. See, again, I haven't had a problem. I've been building and deconstructing stuff to test things out and show off stuff in the videos. I haven't had that problem. But you know what? We'll see if that pops up today for me. So like I said, we're going to start with doing the entire alien lore, alien location expansions. We're going to go through that first. So you can follow along live. And then we'll go into the actual, like, the auto crafting and everything like that. What am I doing after Planet Crafter? We'll be doing Planet Crafter next week for the Halloween. For on the Halloween, I will be working. I will be doing my regular job. So there won't be anything I can do on that day as far as the live stream. No. So, yeah, that's what will be happening on Halloween. So we'll do the normal Saturday stream next week, and that'll be our Halloween stream. That's just gonna be what it is. All right, come on, OBS, pick up. There we go. So I'm here, as you see, in the waterfalls area with my big tropical forest around, and we're gonna drop down. See, some of my trees just despawned from right here, or are they not spawning in right? Oh, all right. So we're going in. I do have some water and I have food with me. Simply for the fact that, because I have had problems where I've been falling around. So coming in from that entrance, you know, I went pretty much straight ahead. And if you wait long enough, you will get a message that gives you a little pop-up for this, with an icon like this. And it's for this altar. So you come here, you know, that's the way you're meant to do it. But, you know, you could also just go right over this way, following left along or right along from the other entrance. Just depends on which entrance you take. But you just gotta follow all the way around. And definitely helps that I have a breathable atmosphere now. That is a big boost to the game. Now I don't have to worry about oxygen. It is still funny that there is no distinction between going underwater at the moment, because it's, you know, you're underwater, but you still have oxygen. You're still able to breathe underwater, apparently. So yeah, this spot next to the broken water wheels, you got a new thing. We got this altar, we got the door, and I like that they did not start with the expected super alloy cave, because I figured that's where everybody's gonna be like, that's expecting it to start. And if you go there, you would see these little particles coming out of the ground, but there's no altar yet. So you have to actually go to this one to get the altar to appear. So it's kind of like, if you look for it, you can see there's a hint that something's there, but you actually still have to go and do this one first. So I like they included it in one of the newer biomes. So, struck by the resemblance, almost exactly the same. Scientists say it was because celestial bodies were identical in every way, so our evolution, while independent, was similar in every way. It's like meeting a cousin you never knew you had. And they called us brothers. We started to land on Treha, and a few spaceships turned into dozens, and slowly our worries grew. Main differences were hidden deep inside. Biologically, we were, and that's spelled wrong, biologically, I think it should be right. Yeah, biologically, yeah. We were identical, but our minds have been shaped differently. So this is like, it's a warden. So we got an alien species that says they encountered somebody that was pretty much physically identical, but mentally different. Of course, you know that. And we're kind of, we don't get a hint on who it is yet. All years we decide to leave our home soil. So we got that. You want to go left then right. So obviously they were talking about their home. They encountered some other species, intelligent civilization, almost physically identical, and they just started to land on their planet, basically taking over their planet. So they leave their home soil to get away from this other species and build a new home, far from the terror, the strife, and from them, to stay hidden and live our life as we did for centuries. So these were peaceful people, and then they got basically invaded. Doesn't say there was war, but they were invaded. So they gathered the last of their kind, biggest vessel, and left. So that's where we come in here. Let's go over here, we'll grab the next key. Okay, and we got the new coordinates, which is the pulsar, or not pulsar, the super alloy cave. And we'll go over to this side, and we'll see, hey, we got, a big thing over here. Now, it was asked in a comment, and I forgot to bring the supplies for it, if you could build over here. So we might have to come back and try that, see if you can build over here. But if you look at it, it doesn't look like the other stuff. It looks almost like it's a drawing of the ship. Like, look at the texturing. It doesn't look like it's actually a built model as much. Like, it's not as defined. It looks like it's some kind of almost comic book style to it, kind of thing. So you're obviously not meant to be over there. But you know what? I do have a mod installed, a advanced mod, so I can do my nice little fly around cinematic, so we could get in close and look at it. And so yeah, you see, it just kind of has like a little bit. It doesn't have the same texture overall as the other ships. It looks a bit more like it is just kind of done from a drawing style rather than the 3D model as much. It has more of that, like, it may just be the atmosphere effect in here, but yeah, you can see it looks like a human ship. That's I guess is meant to be one of the indicators that it looks like a human ship. After we just read the 2 tablets talking about, basically they were invaded by a biologically identical species, but somebody who was mentally different. So it doesn't say anywhere flat out, hey, these are humans, but we just got the impression that it might be humans. So let's get back over here, and we'll head out to the super alloy cave. And you know what? I'm going to take, I'll grab some resources at the base first, and we'll try it there. If I can't build in any of the other locations, then I can't build in that one. Which is, I'm expecting that to be the case, and I think the trees regenerated a bit. I don't remember having a tree like right there. So let's see. Oh, my iron is full. Let's take a bunch. All right. So coordinates lead us to spot number 2, which is the super alloy cave over there next to my little outpost thing there, which I don't need the outpost anymore. I mean, I don't need those little O2 bases, so yeah. You accidentally factory reset your phone. How do you accidentally factory reset your phone? They make that take several steps, usually, or at least, you know, in certain cases, you got like several prompts like, "Are you sure? You're gonna lose everything. Are you sure?" How do you accidentally reset it? Don't tell me you like had it in your pocket and you just took it out and had factory reset. Alright. Super alloy cave. Now come here. And so again, yeah, if you don't have the first one done, you're going to see the particles kind of coming out of the ground. But then the altar raises up once you do the first one. And you get, of course, the key. Now we pop that in. This opens up. And now, I think part of the reason why somebody asked, I can't remember who it was, asked about building out to the ship. 1, because you want to go look at the ship. 2, because the jetpack disables in each of these locations. Now, flashlight works, but, you know, flashlight is not messing anything up. Alright, left tunnel. Grab that key. Go to the right tunnel. Loop around. And this time we actually have something we have to do. Don't jump down there. You might, you know, not enjoy what happens. And let's just see. Can I build out here? It went green for a second. And now, no. So, building just like the jetpack. I mean, it's not saying you can't build, like you can't even choose. But it disables your ability to build, which would be expected in this. Alright, so altar in the middle, right as you walk up. And then we go to the right. Which conveniently, you know, you see you got some pillars kind of, you know, leading this way. It's pretty straightforward. It's just a lot of walking and, you know, turning around, twisting and turning, and I fell off. To be fair, jetpack probably would not have helped on something like that, where I would probably be more likely to fall. But here we go. We go through the tunnel here, blah, blah, blah. We got the big ball of light. Let's see if I can build in here. Maybe they messed up. Nope. Can't do anything, but there you go. You're staring into the sun. And somebody was staring at their phone too close and just went blind from that. New message. That's probably the one that was supposed to tell me how to get to the warden key. Hello, S-Boss. You just hold the power and the volume button. That's all you had to do to reset your phone? That seems a little poorly implemented. All right. Orbital drainage defense device. So we gotta make sure we drain everything in orbit. Device working as intended. Our tests are conclusive. If anyone ever calling humans approach this planet, it will drain the energy of their ships and prevent them from communicating. So that's why we got so many crashed ships, you know. Now we actually have an explanation for the ships are crashing because they lose power. And then we have why we can't communicate back out, why there's never any response from somebody on the planet, that we can receive communications, but it's blocking it from going out. So as opposed to Subnautica, big gun platform shoots down the ships, we have just something that takes out the energy of the ships, makes them crash, and you can't call home. So the idea is the device will effectively reduce their effort to approach this part of the infinitude, leading them to spread elsewhere if they continue doing so. At least a few hundred years of quietude. Probably, you know, keep the infinitude. I like that, you know, instead of, you know, across the universe where just the infinitude has a nice sound to it, but you could drop the quietude, just peace and quiet, you know, just basic, simple, nothing fancy, peace and quiet. All right, so there we go. We got a new set of coordinates. These you definitely want to pay attention to because they can be a little hard to find. And oh yeah, you can jump down just through there. While the jetpack doesn't work, you can actually seem to jump freely in this area and not take injury. And, you know, yellow brick road, you know, follow the yellow brick road, you know, go to Land of Oz. And sounds like a storm is going. There we go. There, got it. So right there, now my jetpack enables again. And I don't know what it is, but in this spot right here, it always lags as I try to come around that corner. Like every time, it always lags right there. And then acts like I kept turning and just spins me all the way around backwards. So now, the fortunate thing is, all right, Mushroom Cave, Mushroom River, other side of the map. You gotta come back over here. But this one, fortunately, the final spot is not that far away. Obviously, this helps having breathable atmosphere. That I'm not having to like do as much like stopping to get oxygen. And I'm assuming it's the breathable atmosphere that is going to be required for you to even get the trigger for the message that tells you where to go. Because again, you gotta go in there, unless you take a lot of oxygen capsules, you gotta go in there, you gotta do a bunch of running around, which leads to you having to worry about your oxygen level and maintain it. All right, so I guess follow the coordinates. It's easiest. But there's the little spot. One of the golden crates are there. The other uranium caves there. You can see the shipwreck in the Dunes Desert there. And so basically it's right over in this area, and you're looking for, it's a fairly flat piece of rock here. And of course this will be showing. You got 3 keys to pop in. Boom. And we're gonna step back and just let it do its thing. And this one does take a moment. It's not like the other ones where you can get in the door as it's partly opened. It's I don't know. That one spot where it sounded like it fades. Yeah, it fades. I turn back, you can hear the rock grinding sound. But if I turn the opposite way in one spot, that goes away. There we go. That goes. Little pathway here. Jetpack is working. And I think it's right around here. There it goes. No more jetpack. Of course, it also means, you know, you can't build in the, oh, you can build here. Oh, I can build in this area. Okay. I can't build in the other ones. Yeah, okay. So I can't use the jetpack. That's kind of interesting. They'll let us build in those, or in that little section. Let's try over here. Yeah. Oh, well, there it goes. Oh, yeah, nope. No, it's fine. Okay. Yeah, all right. So the third monument you can't build around if you really want to. I don't know why you'd want to. Not like there's a huge amount of value here. But, okay. So, we need 5 keys for this one. First one is straight back over here. Easy. Number 1, just, you know, opposite end of the area from the big stairs. Let's do the right side first. So go up. And oh. Yeah. Up over here. You also come this way. It just you know, you come up here, you see that first. That's fine, but you can also just come around this way and loop around. The more twists and turns in the path, I find it just less reliable to show people because they're gonna get confused more. At least this way, you're following the twists and turns and the path that is set in front of you. Yeah, just follow the path. There's no side doors or anything like that. You just keep following up and up. And on this one, we're gonna climb and come here and take that. So, see, we're right on the left side of this. And, boom. Fell, didn't take any. I think actually the injury, the fall damage might be turned off in this area. Or worse, because I should be taking at least something from those. All right, so that's 3. So again, one back there, one right up there, and then you climb all the way up, and there's one up there. And now we gotta do the last 2, which is basically the same as the other one. We're gonna go over here, and you know what? Let me just check this way. I feel like, nope, can't go this way. That's what I was thinking. Thought I remember trying it at one point. So we'll go up the side over here. Come around. Just again, following the path. It's, I mean, yeah, there's little spots where you feel like you might could jump around, but no, just follow the path thing like this. Where it's clear. Here's a ramp. Follow the ramp. Follow the ramp. Get up to the top. Bam. We got that. And you know what? Yay. Yeah, it seems like fall damage is off. Like there's a lower, like it's a slow fall too. It's not fast. All right, we got our 5 keys. There we go. Once we lift, that's all we get. Look at this. So, again, door. No. I haven't had any problems at spots. I know G says she had the problem with the deconstruction not working. You know, she said you were having it. I haven't had that problem. I would try, reinstalling first just to see. But I haven't had that issue. All right, so we got this. Calamity befalls our people. Meteor will hit the planet in just a few days. Seas we built, the splendor we made will fall. Arts, tradition, discoveries, and lives will vanish. So they didn't, like, fail to live here. They lived here. They had stuff going. They were rebuilding their civilization. And then a meteor wipes them out. Basically, we're assuming the meteor, hit, caused enough damage and enough maybe dust in the atmosphere or whatever that it killed off the planet. Whatever life, vegetation they may have had got killed off. Unless, of course, we count the vegetation out in this area as being left over. But yeah, so basically they got wiped out. Ashes of flame and dust. Like a butterfly, life, beautiful, and evanescent, time to meet our end. And so then we have these new golden butterflies. Golden butterfly larva, 1,500. So obviously we're going to take the effigy, take the golden seed, take that. I mean, the rest of the stuff I pretty much can make. Yeah. So get another one. You get 2 effigies, 2 golden seeds. We're going to take the Tuska, because I know that, and the Nulna. Let's go ahead and get that. And those. Because I know I will need them. Everything else is pretty much good. So there you go. I mean, not very long. What, like 20 minutes to do all of that. That's even with stopping to look at the ship a little bit. And you see, even like here, you're getting larvae to spawn in. So, hi, Mr. Dub. If you reinstall the game, you will need to reinstall any mods you're using. Of course, Pepinets. If you're not playing modded, then you've got your cloud saves, but also, unless you're going in and telling some extra tool, not Steam, but something else on top of Steam, like Geek uninstaller, Revo uninstaller, one of those that will go in and check for registry entries and shortcuts, things like that, and then offer to remove all of those remaining little pieces. Unless you're doing that, your cloud saves will not be affected. Your local saves will not be affected. Because your saves are going to be in your Steam folder. Steam will uninstall the game files, but not your save files. So when you reinstall, it should pick up that, hey, there's existing saves, and you'll be good to go. Hi, Mr. Dub. All right, and just to show, because I haven't had the problem. I've been building and deconstructing stuff. Build, deconstruct. It works fine for me. So I don't know. Maybe before you reinstall, if you haven't done it already, try checking the integrity of your game files. You can do that through Steam and just see if there's maybe something that got corrupted with the update process, something that didn't apply right. Let it re-download any files it needs. And if that doesn't fix it, then yeah, you might want to just completely reinstall it. But again, you know, your cloud save should sync back over. But also, unless you're doing something special when you're uninstalling it, it's not going to wipe out your save files. Your save files will still be there when you reinstall the game. Okay, come on. All right, we're going to take all those out. We're going to be doing some big heaters today. Big drills. I'm probably just going to use up... I don't think those big drills are going to fit very well in there, so I might be taking the other drills out of the cave, and we'll have big drills in the cave, or, you know, big drills scattered around somewhere. I'm trying to think of a place I could scatter them around that I don't think they're going to add a new biome, so I don't have it run into problems with the next update. Here, all right, let's see. Yeah, I don't need that. We'll put these up. Nope. That. So I got golden larva. Actually, I know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do a golden room. We're gonna mix and match, maybe. There we go. I needed one. There we go. I left one open. Boom. Hot, glowy pink, and gold. I can easily produce more of those. So there we go. Ha! Make everything look golden inside. All right, so I got that one. We're gonna dump some supplies off. Gotta be careful because I don't want to start throwing too much stuff in certain places. Actually, I need to rename stuff. Bacteria sample is gonna be bacteria 1. So that should hopefully start pulling in once the mod's updated to work with the auto crafter. It should be able to start dumping in there. And let's see, explosive powder is red powder 1. So we're gonna do that. Yeah, the mod was updated, but it doesn't seem to be working with the auto crafter yet. At least I have not been able to get it to work with the auto crafter. Okay, that's the seeds. I'll put those downstairs. And I'm honestly thinking about the fact that I've got these, I've got auto crafters, and this is really making me have to rethink how I want to lay things out. I'm very much tempted to remove this whole level of the base and build it one level higher. Like basically take the whole thing out so I can, because I can't just take out the window still. I was hoping they would get that in this update. But remove all this stuff, build another level up above, move it there, and turn this into like an auto crafter holding area. I know whenever I do a new game save, I will be building differently now, like incorporating like an auto crafter at each end and just lining them up as best I can for that. But right now, I'm not going to redo my entire base around the new changes. I need to go put the mutagen up. Yeah. If I put the tree seeds in, it'll start producing the fire seeds, and it'll start producing stuff. So, I should go check that, because apparently that is not working now. I'm sure I'm going to need it. All right, so what I want to do first, I think, after I get this all sorted away, and because I know what's, I'm going to just keep having stuff happen. I want to do, and let's just look here. I want to automate the biolab. So, algae and water. Because it's not pulling from any container, it's not using the naming convention right now. It still has to be anything within the range of Autocrafter. We need a lake water collector. We got algae already being produced. I need bioplastic nuggets. So that's going to be mushrooms, which means an outdoor garden, and at least a silicon producing ore extractor, tier 3 ore extractor. Then we got, again, that. We're going to need some eggplants and sulfur ore extractor. And then we're going to need gas extractors plus squash. And then the mutagen, same thing. All right, so sulfur, methane, and we'll make the bacteria samples, and then we'll have that. So the only thing I'll be really missing is, of course, the common larva, which it should, again, pick up anything in range. All right, thanks for hanging out, Thomas. And then the mutagen, yeah, the common larva, if it's on the ground, should pull in. So that's pretty much what I want to go for is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the algae's covered. Water, we'll need to make that. I'll need 3 outdoor farms, which I could always take the ones I have, but you know, outdoor farm. So you know what? Let's go do 3 of those. Big rainstorm happening. Fertilizer tier 2. I need, all right, so 2 more fertilizer tier 2. This is why I want to automate this. I mean, right now it won't be dumping anything up here, but eventually I'm hoping that it will take to where things can dump up here because of the mod. Just double check, make sure I didn't get that control was held too long. All right, so that's 3 farms. I'm not even going to grab those. We're going to need 1. 1 for each item. Yeah, so we're going to need... Actually, let's start with the lake water collector. How about that? 3 bioplastic nuggets. Aluminum, super alloy. All right. We'll start with 1. I don't think it's going to be like that bad. Aluminum, magnesium. I need. Hoping won't be a problem. And yeah, we're going to have to build like some platform stuff. Also getting... Wow. Rain was stopping and it just suddenly killed my frame rate. Also, I'm going to have to move some of the algae stuff around. So I think that's how I'm going to start with, is this. And there it did it. I was expecting that. Okay, so yeah. Let's clear some algae here. And I'll just take this algae up above. Alright, so we're gonna take that out. Oh no, it I heard something rolling, but it just threw it all in the water. Oh yeah, you know, I don't want to have to try to do weird jumpy jump stuff, so there we go. Okay, that should be good enough, but I don't know. That should work. Somebody got put in timeout. Who got put in timeout? Mr. Dub. Oh, okay, Alright, that... Yeah, okay. Don't know why that the bot did that for that one. Let me see about fixing that. You know, it's been for a while that the bot wasn't even working. Yeah, it's supposed to block if there's an excessive amount of emotes, but I mean, one emote is not like excessive, so maybe that won't happen again. All right, algae. Oh, I need to probably rename it. What's the algae named? Is algae 1 seed, I guess, because it's the one I picked up. All right, so I'll still be able to make some stuff up here for a little bit. And then, yeah, it's freed up that. All right, so here we go. I gotta get a lake water collector. Still gotta move some stuff around. I can't go too far out because I've got to keep it close enough for certain things to reach. I also don't want to like just remove an algae generator and lose a bunch of algae. Alright, so that should be good enough. So we're gonna do that. And we'll go ahead. I should be able to throw this back in. Of course. And I didn't take it apart. That's why I didn't build and take it apart. Okay, let's do a water collector right here too. Be just right at the edge. Speaking of water. Now, the thing is with that, the water's actually going to be dumping out into my other containers too. Because I do have some labeled that, but that should fill up pretty quickly. So that should hopefully not be a problem for too long. Put that there. We're going to do... Yep, auto crafter. Take that. And let me look at this real quick. I want to say, you know what? Let me just go back. Yeah, go back. Biolab. Let me look. I was trying to remember how I mapped it out for this. So that needs to be on the water. Hey, Spots, I turned off the emoji filter for right now. But don't make me put it back on. Yeah. Alright, so... Okay, so we're gonna do bacteria sample. And then... I could do the tier 3 ore extractor and gas extractor. So I got one auto crafter. I'm gonna need the gas extractor. Which is the same thing. Actually, I might take one of those down. I don't know. Alright, so that should give me that. And then I need a tier 3 ore extractor. So I'm gonna do osmium rod. And a super alloy. You know, I can make it, but I also just have a massive like stockpile of these. That's the other thing. It's technically I could probably set up a little station that just produces everything for making more of these. And you know, the tier 3 ore extractors, you can set up a station that's just gonna keep producing what you need to make those. And you just go there and keep, you know, grab what you need and just build and build and build. And use that for your other locations. So I did too many. You know, I need 3. Alright, so that's going to be my sulfur one, which should get me the bacteria samples. Yeah. So we'll start Of course, I forgot to get the osmium. I made stuff. Or no, I used up... Wait. No, wait a second. What? I did it not, like when I made it, did it not put stuff back? Oh. I know what I did. I did that, and then I made the osmium rod, which of course used what osmium was in my inventory. Alright, so this will be right here. So we'll just, we'll just do it right this. And if it works, you see I've got all this algae here. So it's picking up the algae itself. I should be able to just have it do bacteria sample. There we go. And of course, it's waiting for this collector to fill up with some more water, which again is dumping up above. So hopefully that's going to take over, like take it first, because there obviously was some water in there. I might do another collector too. Okay, so that should leave this, which now it becomes a case of where can I place this effectively. Yeah, like that. Okay. We're gonna come here. We're gonna choose sulfur. And now, that's done. Okay, that's not gonna work then. So we won't worry about that. It just needs to be in range. So gas extractor, and then I need another autocrafter here for the mutagen. So that should take care of the mutagen. And then I'll go grab, I can do a beehive from one of the other ones. And I will need some more space for those. So I might be moving some more algae out. Felonious, afternoon. Thanks for joining in. Alright, let's see. Can I? Wow, it's not. Oh, yeah, because that's in the way. You know, I wonder if that's what it is. There's algae in the way here. That's what it was. There's some algae in the way. So I could do a planter there. But for now, I'll do this. So let's see. That should now be able to pull the, I need the methane cartridge, which would be piping in up there. So if well, no, it's got one there. Okay, so I'm probably waiting on this then. Sulfur. No sulfur yet, because it's feeding in to everything up above. This is actually probably gonna partly negate the need for that mod. And there's that one. Oh, we got it. So, nope, not that one. It did this one. Yes. It's just gonna take some adjusting. If I turn off the collection mod, then all my other deposits will break and not be worthwhile. Oh, hey, Sanchez. I think I'll do another one right here. This will give me a spot for some of the farms. Oh, yeah. I said I took the Space Cow mod out because I'm actually going to deconstruct part of this over here, use part of it, instead of having the little cow pen. Which honestly, I mean, it was interesting, but not really adding value to me, to my gameplay. I need honey production. I'm actually going to upgrade this to being the new beehive because it'll produce the bees I need. This is so weird not having to actually worry about, oh, I'm about to run out of oxygen anymore. Yeah, we'll just do... You know, actually, I could go... Yeah, let's go do that. I'm gonna go get that, because then I can have more bees being produced. And the bees should automatically dump out up here, which will be perfectly fine. So I need 2 tree bark, 2 fertilizer, tier 2. It's easy enough. Let me see. No, I'm out. There we go. Yeah, I just used some methane up. See how I'm doing. That's full, so yeah, that should be fine. Should just be... Actually, sulfur is probably what's holding it up. But this also kind of means until that mod is working right, I could just, you know, cut that off. I could start doing like if we get a sulfur rod, you know, that could be kind of interesting. I don't know what you need a, you know, stink rod for, but I was thinking about the idea of if I do a 3rd level, redo it where the 3rd is autocrafters, having autocrafters that just produce the rods, and then having those go into certain containers with the naming conventions for that. Alright, so we're getting 1 and 2. There we go. Alright, so I got that. Can I put the honey in? Oh, yeah, I can. I can't just toss honey in there. Good. Alright, so I heard it. Bam! Mutagen automated. Alright, so now... planter beds. Which actually... I can do this. Been nice to have had this lined up before. Maybe line this up perfectly together. Might redo this at some point. Or, you know, that's fine. That's a little jump. That's fine. Let's get some planter beds. The outdoor farms. And I need 1 of each of these. There we go. There we go. And I'm thinking now I might take one of those, take that little platform off and turn that spot into another extractor, actually. Because I'm going to do these. This. There we go, like that. Maybe, yeah, just do this. I'll just do another one right here. That. Doesn't have to be pretty, it just needs to work the way I need it to. And it needs to have everything where it's in range of each other. So let's like look here. You see how that range reaches out there. So I think that's about as far as I can get on this. Yeah, I may have to move these. Let's do like do it here instead. Sideways. Apparently these are not exporting out to the right spot. I'm gonna take that out. I'm gonna need 1 for silicon, right? I want to say silicon was the other item I need production of down there. Have to be able to make that, and that's good. There. Let's see. Yeah. So I need silicon for the nuggets. That'll be water. So I need to do another water one. I got the eggplant. That's covered. I got sulfur covered. I got methane. And now I've got squash covered. That's covered. And basically any time a common larva appears, that should be covered. So it really comes down to I need silicon and I need another lake water collector. So that's gonna help speed things up a bit. I think a lot of my tier 2 ore extractors are broken now. Wow, no alloy? Did the mod update break those now? And maybe it broke all my stuff. Okay. Alright, water collector and that. So I need a super alloy rod. Iridium, osmium. Okay, that. Yep. And iridium rod, 3 titanium. Bingo. Okay. So that's the lake water collector. Oh, magnesium and aluminum. I need those. Nope, those are filling up. So all right, that's weird. That I guess my super alloy filled up then. Okay, so orange tractor tier 3 is gonna be producing silicon, which of course means I need to let stuff fill up. Up here, I might need to change that, I guess. I think it's a case of how fast it can recognize that. Yeah, that's definitely gonna mess with my mods a bit, doing that. I may be taking out one of the mods now and redoing it with this. Okay, all those are done. So we're gonna get this. And we're gonna set it to silicon. And water collector, yep. And do a water collector. Maybe actually just toss it right over here. That. That's 2 water collectors. Let's see how this is going. That's getting used up. 2 these, which has the methane. Guess that's the problem if the oxygen capsules fill up. Okay, that fill, I saw that, and then that. So that hit, and this immediately pulled it. So once this fills up, the other one will start filling up. Then we gotta build the other auto crafters. So sulfur, is that yeah, okay. Let's do. All right, so I got algae to mutagen, so I'll be mutagen tier 2. And then we had the fertilizer and fertilizer tier 2. Was there something else? Nuggets. Gotta do nuggets. So I got that and that. So I got one for that. That. I need to do nuggets. Another one for nuggets. And I think that's the big... Nope. Super alloy store. Bad idea doing this. Alright, let's just keep it compact. Not the best time to be doing this one, obviously. If I want stuff lined up, bad time to do this. right, so all this stuff in range. Now let's do the bioplastic nugget, which, you know, just make sure it's in range for the silicon. Then that gives us the bioplastic nugget. Then I'll throw in the mutagen tier 2, which it already sees a plain larva there, a fertilizer, and then a fertilizer tier 2. And look at that. So that is everything in the biolab of significant usage, fully automated in one little thing. And yeah, I'm thinking now I might be taking out some mod that I have been so reliant on. I might be taking that mod out. Or, yeah, because, I mean, all I need to do now is actually remove all the extractors in the caves to basically build out everything I need here for production with specific ones for the tier 3 going. All right, now I want to do trees, but also want to think about this. We got bee larvae being produced with the new beehives. That's going to help. We got mutagen tier 2, and I've got an osmium cave where there is producing osmium. I might have to go clear it. Rocket engines would be a good one to have auto producing, at least to the degree that I can not have to worry about constantly going and making it. At least for a little while. I think I could do the rocket production up here, though. Yeah, I'm going to have to go check my super alloy cave. It's apparently not functioning anymore. Rocket is uranium. That's not a problem. I got the iridium rods. I got super alloy. I'll have to go get my super alloy production going again. Iridium rods. So actually with that, I just need to make one to produce iridium rods and then one to produce the rocket engine itself. So 2 more auto crafters, and I can automate the rocket engine production from within my base without having to do anything special. See, that's kind of the catch right there. If you build a big central base with all your storage there, the remote deposit from container or 2 containers is great. But obviously algae's not going to auto deposit. Now, if that gets added to the mod, then yeah, I could just go back to the central base and do all my auto crafting in the base. But without the mod, technically you can set up like the little auto crafting stations, little groupings, and let them. Okay, so it filled up with so much super alloy that, I mean, it ran out of room and then filled up with so much super alloy here that I ran out of room back there. That's fine. But yeah, I think this does allow for some new variation instead of worrying about the modding to get all the supplies. Once you get to that point, you can make a tier 3. You take out your tier 2s. You don't have to worry about caves. You go and build little micro bases, mini production locations that do one specific set of things or one specific thing. And that's it. Like, oh, I could go with the right setup, I could go build a complete configuration just to produce tier 5 heaters. And basically with the craft from containers mod installed, all I have to do is be in range of them. And I can just keep making heaters. They actually throw some heaters up here just for the look of them. Alright, they got some super alloy. It means also I should have some being... Yes, there it goes, producing. I was going to toss this. That'll help slow it down a bit. Alright, so if I do this... Again, I don't know where to put this. I guess I'll put them right over here for now. These are kind of temporary. So we're going to have it producing iridium rods and then producing rocket engines. right? So uranium is there. It should, yeah, be working. Why is that not working? Uranium, I mean, super... Okay, so super alloy is not in range. Yeah. Okay, let's do it this way then. Go up here and place one down. Yeah, this definitely is gonna make me rethink my bases a little bit. And a new game save. No. Wish it would actually show the name. Where it shows locker storage, show the name you have on it. Yeah, that's out of range. This may not work quite so well because of how I have things spread out. Okay. Might be a case I just want to go and build a setup for this. I mean, actually, that could be kind of useful to just keep my iridium from overflowing. Okay. Maybe it's a height thing too. Because that's got one container in the range. Come on. Fine, I'll do it right smack in the middle. Wait. There we go. So iridium there. I mean, I got some uranium there. That's in range. So I still don't know what the 3 rings actually mean for. Like, is there a certain range that each ring will work with for certain materials? Okay, you know what? Oh no. There we go. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna build another station down below. So I'm gonna need uranium, a bunch of iridium. Ooh. Yeah, okay, so this could be one where if I want to balance it out, iridium rod, 2 uranium, and super alloy. So basically I would need to be able to produce, I need 2 auto crafters. I would need 9 tier 3 ore extractors just on iridium, 2 on uranium, and 1 on super alloy. So they all produce at basically the same speed, and it just produces 1 engine every so often whenever they spawn in. That's a lot of drilling for just that. Ugh. But you know what? I want to make a lot of rockets in the end. I don't know if that's actually worth the effort right now for that. I'll put these over here for now for storage. All right, let's look at this. So mutagen tier 2. I get from below. I can come up here and get that going. I basically just need the I got mutagen. I wonder if it's actually going to treat it. Let me look at the IDs. Or what that mod was. Yeah, it's not just the IDs. It's the mod thing. I'll find it. It's okay. Further back than I thought. we are looking for the... Wow, okay, I'm not seeing it. Did it get taken down off of Nessus mods? I'm looking for the auto sequence DNA. There it goes. I don't know why it wasn't showing up. So it says mutagen, which is going based on the normal thing, but the mutagen 1 is the name of it. So I'm assuming I need to have one up here that is mutagen 2. So it'll pick up from the input. We'll test it real quick. I should hopefully have some mutagen tier 2 on there. Found your anemia is all better. Your stomach issues are gone. That's good. You know, you don't want the anemia or the stomach issues. You want those gone. See, growth 100%. Okay. Mushroom. Don't tell me. Wow, that's a lot more mushrooms. I mean, that's in range. That's gotta be in range. Come on. Why is there so many mushrooms in it? There's sulfur or silicon. Maybe it's not out of in range. No. I don't remember seeing anything about like. Oh, I know what's going on. It's probably a case of it has no water available. Everything else is grabbing all the water. But just the same, I'm gonna move this. Just to make sure it's not a problem with that. Sulfur is getting used up pretty steadily. This, not so much. That's getting used up, which is fine. So we got some fertilizer tier 2. Mutagen tier 2, full. Let's take 4 for now. I may have to do like another station just for that. You have to watch your amount of caffeine. Well, you probably should watch your amount of caffeine anyway. Caffeine is good in moderation, but you know, you don't want to overdo it. I want to say, I think, yeah, I need to change this mutagen 1. Okay, so now if I got that, technically I should hopefully take that out. It's not auto pulling. All right, so that mod is not auto pulling yet. From there. And that's okay, that's not pulling. Maybe I could trick it. Maybe I can make it think it's mutagen because I'm basically putting in the title. There's 2 mutagens, so I wonder if I put like this in here, and I go, it's mutagen. Okay, it's not pulling. It should be pulling. Okay, whole thing's broke. It's not auto pulling from the containers anymore for that mod. Well, back to manual, I guess. It's fine. Let's start sequencing that. So that's not going to automate. May have to check for an update to that mod. Still, biolab stuff is automated. at least for that part. All right, so tree spreader tier 3, I'll get the fertilizer tier 2. Technically, I could go and do something to automate that. Also, the tree bark, I could build like a little base for the tree bark and all that, just to produce all the stuff for the tree spreader tier 3. It comes down to the automating the seed production. I would like to be able to do the seed production automatic too, to an extent. Let's see. Check my recipes here. So we got also the 2 new ones, which I need fertilizer for. Or not fertilizer, the mutagen. You see, that's not loading automatically. So my auto sequence is not working on those. Definitely need to get those going at some point. But right now, I'm just trying to... Again, this new mod, or this new setup, has messed up my work with my mods, how I got everything set up before. I need to do another water collector. Just make sure we got plenty of water being produced down there. Yeah, I may be taking that mod out, the crap or remote deposit, take it out and just clean up all the other ones and just do specialty bases that are about, yes, it's going to be a lot of tier 3 ore extractors, but specialty bases that are for specific usage, such as making certain materials. Like, that's still not up. Look at that. That's not up. Okay, we got another water thing going. We got some fertilizer. Fertilizer should be going. There we go. We got mutagen tier 2. Check my beehives. Look at all the bee. Okay, so honey. Yeah, that's a problem there. It's not dumping into the bees are not extracting from this, which is fine. I probably should just make it a point to come down here anyway, because we need the bees for these. So I know I've got 80 of the oxygen-based rockets, the seed spreader. I was gonna do another 120, get that up to 200. I might just do 20 now and go with the try to get these done, because if I do 100 of these, that's 300 larvae. So that's 35 of each. That's basically, that's 9 and some change. So if I could do all of these, if I fill up with bee larvae, since I'm not having to like auto produce them, or, you know, try to craft them now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I could just fill up those with bee larvae. I'll have enough. That might, you know, that might be worth just putting a regular beehive here instead. Oh, that's where I had that extra super alloy. Yeah, let's grab some regular super alloy. I'm just gonna put regular beehives there and take the other ones. Actually, you know what? I don't know why I do that. I know what I can do. I still got beehives over there. I'll move those over. So that will produce honey in addition to the other ones. So that means plenty of honey going right there. Without it clogging up if the bees fill up, until we get something better going with that. Maybe there will be something else I can try to use with the bees. And that should be more than enough honey production. That's really now. With this, it's kind of taken away the idea of, once you get to a certain stage of having a super big storage base, other than you are manually stockpiling some stuff for a big project later, because outside of that, you're just basically, you know, I don't need all this. I can just go over here, grab what I need when I need it, because all being produced, you end up with 8 of something in there, and just like that filled up, you know, completely. That's filling up. It really comes down to certain materials. Look at that. Oh. I need, yeah, I'll let that go. That'll use up some honey. So we're gonna get the bees filling in. So yeah, we're gonna go for 100 rockets. At least we're gonna start with the 100 insect spreader rockets. So mutagen, tier 2. I might have to make a separate thing just for the mutagen, tier 2, to be completely crafted. Make like another little outpost that's just for producing it. Okay, wait, if I'm gonna do that, that's 1 each, right? Yeah, so I need 100 mutagen. Let's do the mutagen. Just do 2 on the end. So 100 will mean 3 of these with 5 spaces open. So I fill those up with mutagen tier 2. Fill these up with bee larvae. And then I need 100 osmium rods. Oh, well, you know, that one, which will be the same thing. I don't have a, I can't see the label on it, but all right. So that's 100. That's, yeah, 100 osmium rods. Yeah, I think we do this. Die happy, then live and eat crappy tasting food. See, I'm going to kind of agree with you on that, Jason. But the thing is, if you're eating a lot of really sweet stuff all the time, your taste buds adjust to it. So when you cut that out, your taste buds readjust, and then stuff that was like, oh, I gotta have this, might then suddenly taste super sweet and be too sweet for you to eat. Yes, you definitely need to drink more veggies. As Sanchez says, drink more water and veggies. Blend the veggies up in the water. And, oh yeah, I still need to, I gotta be able to do the rockets. That's going. Let's see. That's going. That's going. All right, so rocket engines. I think I'm fine with this instead of trying to do a spot that's just going to craft the rocket engines. I'm just good at that. I mean, that's a full set of rocket engines. That's 35 more right there. Yeah, auto crafting. I'm having to adjust, but once I think a brand new game, I do fine with this. And just configure it the right way where I do, you know, easy amount of stuff. Osmium, yeah, we need some osmium rods. That's actually finally going to use up my osmium. Let me check my osmium levels. I need to go fix my extractors. There we go. That's probably wiped out all my osmium now. It would take some tweaking, but I think it, you know, it might be a few different like issues with placement, but you could probably make a base that would produce everything you need for like a rocket. It would just be here 4 sections or whatever for different things to be produced. Carrots with peanut butter? I don't know if I could do that. Carrots with hummus is one of my snacks that you know, hummus is one of those, I never thought I would like it. I was like, it's, you know, basically just muddle up chickpeas. Like, no. But you know what? I've actually gotten to where I really like the hummus from Aldi's. I mean, yeah, That and, you know, that with just some basic chips. I always go for either the roasted red pepper or the supremely spicy. And yes, Aldi's has a supremely spicy hummus. Has a big thing of spiciness right in the middle. You just start stirring it in. My new one now that I just found is the hummus, but Aldi's also has pub pretzels, which they have salt on, but it's not like a huge amount of salt, but they have an additional, like, it's mustard and onion seasoning. Oh man, you put those and dip those in the hummus, and I cannot stop eating those once I get going. And yeah, it's a little bit extra carbs than I might want from the pretzels, but you know, I'll alternate between that and the carrots in the hummus, and yeah, it works. Gets all my healthiness in there. It's a nice healthy snack. Yeah, 4 osmium from that. That's all I got. 4 osmium. Ooh, I could do some big drills out here. Like along the outer edges. Like, what is it that I need for the big drill? Super alloy rod and osmium rod. So basically, if you, I could, if I built 2 super alloy extractors, 2 osmium extractors, and had 3. How does that make? Because I'd have to, yeah, I'd have to have 3 to make sure I have the right balance of osmium rods to super alloy rods. If I made 3 auto crafters with that could be producing enough for just the heaters. I think we're gonna do that. Like, that way I have a lot of, I can just keep making big tier 3 heaters. Or no, that's not the heaters, that's the drill. We'll make big drills, and then the heater tier, yeah, okay, that's definitely one that's gonna take a lot more for that. I think the drills will go in like the sulfur fields area. I think that sounds like a good spot for it. Okay, let's, what was I got? Oh yeah, osmium. Yeah, down to like no osmium anymore. I may throw an osmium extractor down below. Especially since I can not make 1 osmium rod at the moment. I need to wait for the osmium to build up. Assuming that it is working correctly again. Yeah, that could be useful. I think that would be the next way to go. Let's do like some drill ones. Carrots and beetroot juice. I know beetroot juice is supposed to be really good for you. I just can't get over the taste of it. And I mean, peanut butter caused cancer at one point. I mean, so cigarettes cause cancer, but at one point doctors prescribed them to patients, okay? And it's not like necessarily the peanut butter, it's what's added to the peanut butter. It also comes down to like moderation. Anything can be bad for you if you get too much of it. Okay, what's hung up here? Algae? Okay, I saw somebody mention a thing about this kind of bugging a little bit. That sometimes if the algae spreads out too far, you end up like it collects all the close by ones but keeps spreading out the other ones. So I had to collect some of the outside ones in order to get this. I'm gonna have to put those in closer, yeah. Alright, so yeah, there's apparently something with like the algae and the auto crafters that they keep collecting the ones in range, and it causes it to slowly move back further and further to where you have none spawning close enough. can cause problems with that. Alright, gives me some of those at least. Yeah, I'm torn on this. Like, I almost feel like I just want to start ripping stuff out and building everything with auto, but at the same time, I like some of my current setup with the mods. Can I make an osmium rod? Short one now. Run. Yeah, I'm gonna get one more osmium. I'm gonna make that. We're gonna make one extractor for osmium, and that'll help get the other ones going. Hummus, yeah, I mean, you get a lot of different ones. I don't know why the local Aldi's hasn't had them in, like, probably several months now, but Aldi's did have a dessert hummus that you could get. That they had one that was like a sugar cookie, which was good, but a little too sweet for me. And then they had chocolate dessert hummus. And it's hummus, but it does not taste like just, oh, it's hummus. It's got chocolate. It tastes like a dessert. My mom loved the chocolate one. I just can't find it anymore. But yeah, every time I go Aldi's, I'm stocking up on some hummus now, which I never thought I would do. But yeah, I go for the ridiculous, or the supremely spicy, and the roasted red pepper one. So I'm always going for the spicy ones. I think one time they had like an everything bagel hummus. Which, you know, it's pretty much just, it's hummus with everything bagel seasoning thrown in. You just get some plain hummus, throw in the seasoning yourself. What am I doing power-wise? Plenty of power, especially since I have so many nuclear reactors. There we go. Okay, got it. I'm just gonna keep using up my super alloy rods. I do like the fact we are now getting like more of an automation thing, but it's not done to the point where we have like, oh yeah, you gotta do all these weird conveyors and everything for it to work. No, it's just, you're good. Just let it go. All right. Where do I put this? This is for the rocket engine, right? That wasn't us. Oh, no, it was for the drill. That's right. I was gonna do the drill tier 5. Yeah, I'll just put it here for now, and then I'll go and set up everything in the other spot. So I get some more osmium going. I'll make the additional 2 extractors, and then I actually got 2 of the autocrafters, just need a 3rd one. Let's put bees out. Alright, so that's filling up some. That's going, that's plenty of fertilizer. I can't make more of that. Apparently, I guess the water is still part of the problem. That's filling up. That's filling up. See, now with that, it's not a matter of overflow. Once it fills up, you just gotta go grab stuff and use it, you know? Oh, yeah, I should put that in the thing. Now I'm thinking about. I was thinking about the extractor there, as opposed to what I was actually carrying with me. I'm trying to think. What if I do? Now I know I got the super alloy rods. I got the other stuff. What if I go and set up that along with one of the autocrafters, so that it's running. I'll just leave those. I can make another one. Maybe, can I? Yes, I can. All right, so take that one, take that, run out there, drop it off in the spot. It's gonna make some super alloy rod or osmium rods as it collects it. Eventually I go out there with the air supplies. All I'm missing is I got 2 of these ready to go over there. I'm basically I've got everything except for the osmium rods, and I set up the rest. Kind of leaning towards that. Actually, I don't need that much. I need just 1, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, let's go this way. So my ultimate goal here is I just want to be able to go out there and just take stuff out. That's 8 in each container. I'll have 3 auto crafters going. So that's basically every time I go out there, I can build 8 more drills. Or just take the stuff I need back with me. Because, yeah, I'm going to make 2 super alloy extractors and 1 osmium extractor. Basically, yeah, I just go in there and, you know, every time I come here, here's these. So I might just throw them in here. How about that? Let me start with this. Well, no, I need to kind of make sure they're in range. Sounds like it's raining. So osmium, and then boom boom 2 super alloy, and 3 auto crafters. Let that go. Now I come out here and I just start loading up all this area with big, gigantic drills. All right. So you eat hummus, Sanchez, and you pee orange afterwards? I haven't had that happen to me. Let me go. I'm going to say that. I've eaten like a whole thing of hummus in one go, and I've never gone in and peed orange afterwards. That's an odd one, if you ask me. I have not had that happen to me. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. Yeah, I would. That rain seems like it got louder with the update. Okay. I have one auto crafting station kind of going. I mean, it's good if I leave it for a while. Not great long term. I did not do any explosive powder there. Of course, I got quite a bit right there. And I mean, really, for that, I got enough sulfur going down there now. I mean, I really do have like extra, despite what I need. Yeah, let's do another. See if I can. I can't right now. I'll throw another extractor down there. We'll also add in production of red explosive powder. Just so I have it going, because that's really all I need is iridium down there. The problem being that my iridium is dumping up here right now. Okay, it goes back. I am so conflicted. Like, I almost just turned the mod off. Just uninstall the mod so it doesn't like extract anymore, but at the same time I don't have everything set up right for that. And I don't want to start a new game yet. I still want to do the big mega rocket launch. There we go. Use some honey up. Good. Okay. So that mutagen is being consumed for mutagen tier 2. Great. That. Hey, God. Finally, no. Seriously, like the nuggets are just losing out. You know, actually, I could probably just build another extractor there and then throw on the, you know, as close as possible, like right here, maybe next to this for the red powder. I'm getting a lot of storms today compared to the last few times. That's a lot of storms compared to the last couple of times. I'll stand aside for a moment. I'm still waiting for that. It would also be nice, let's just go ahead and throw this out there, Debs. You know, I'm looking here, I see the, you know, recipe, but it'd be nice if I could just hover over here and also have it pop up the recipe like over to the side. Or even have it show as part of it, like here's the recipe. So, oh, there's water. There's mushrooms. So, oh, it can't use its own. Okay, so the mushrooms may actually have been out of range. Granted, now they are in range. Why is this not producing the nuggets? I mean, is it not in range of the silicon? Oh, that's in range. It should be picking up. Yeah, it should be picked. Oh, wait, or no, it's not. There's my problem. Okay, now let's try this again. Nugget! So it's the stupid silicon. Alright, finally. Something. Alright. Hummus looks like mashed potatoes. I mean, it's yeah, kind of like mashed potatoes, but, you know, not potato. Alright, so that's going finally. Yay. Alright. I don't get the 3 rings. What's with the rings? Are the rings actually like staggered ranges for the type of material, like the quality of the material? Or is it just here's 3 rings because we decided to put 3 rings on the display for it? Like, just show us one ring that this is the range it covers, you know? Maybe even highlight everything within range, like everything, instead of just a green ring, it's like everything gets a shade of green that you can see what's actually, you know, interacting with it. Oh. Big one, big one, big. Yes, we got a big one. Intersecting it. Haha! I don't see a oh, there it is. I think did it injure me? Because I don't think my health was that low. Yeah, I can't say for sure, but I don't think chickpeas have the same carb content that potatoes have. So, or, you know, like obviously other less healthy snack options. So using hummus with some veggies is like hummus is the dip, you know, it's a healthier option. It's supposed to, yeah, help with weight loss because you're not eating a less healthy option. Okay, what was I gonna build up here? Something else. Oh yeah, I was gonna do another one of these. That's right. I need another ore extractor up here. Ore extractor there because I was gonna do the iridium extractor. That gives me iridium, and I need. I need another super alloy rod for that. So that's 2, yeah. Okay, and then osmium for that K, and that should just be titanium. Okay. Yeah, so that should give me that plus that. I may actually need another platform over here too. So I may need some iron. Which is, of course, harder to find because of all the grass. I know I still got some iron around here. I haven't, like, consumed all of it. Come on, iron. And come on, with the not lagging. Yeah, the flashlight's not helping me in this case. Probably empty. Oh, there's titanium. Wow, okay. So my aluminum's not producing right now. I don't know how my aluminum got that full over here. Finally, I'm gonna go ahead and just grab 2 of them. Guess I need to come back and empty out my aluminum now as well. Yeah, this is one of those updates where it's like it almost feels like it's better to start a new game. I'm not going to, but it does feel almost like it is because I'm gonna have to redo so much to accommodate around that. Even if I do keep the mods. You know, I should have taken that one. How goes that? First fact, I have to have a foundation grid for this to even let me place down an auto crafter. We're gonna do red powder. I just gotta wait for the iridium. Oh, wait. Yeah, it might help if I actually, you know, tell it to get iridium. Here we go. I would like to see like a beehive that or something like that that lets us just dump the honey out. Maybe we get a mod that lets us just tell it what to dump out of certain things. Like, oh yeah, you're producing this, but just basically trash it. Okay, I got that. Maybe I've got enough going over there. So let's go try that. 2 alloy rods, 2 iridium rods. Helps I go the right spot. And then, yeah. 6 titanium. Sure already have the platform I need. Hopefully I'll get here and find that I've got 2 osmium rods made, ready to go. Jason, there's nothing wrong with chickpeas. Actually, dry roasted chickpeas are pretty good too. Like, think of it like if you've ever had those dry roasted wasabi peas, it's a pea that's been roasted and then coated in wasabi. It's almost like eating one of those without the wasabi flavor. If you eat like a dry roasted chickpea. Wow, okay, this is not producing osmium. It is, what I know is, this is actually feeding out the osmium to me, so I just messed up. Again, why I'm almost tempted to turn off some of that stuff, which means that the other ones are feeding osmium too. You know, if I stop and remove the mod that's transferring everything to my containers, it'll fix all the stuff with the new extractors and the auto crafters, but other resources will not be showing up. And I just thought about the fact that that's also going to be the case with my iridium over here. That mod is as useful as it was, is now going to be more of a hindrance doing these. Yeah, I may take that mod out. We may stop for a moment so I can take the mod out and let you know what. Okay. Yeah, that's an idea. All right, so I got 2 of those ready, and then I'm gonna need 4 osmium. Yeah, that's where I had that osmium. Of course, I used up all my osmium. I don't know. Should I take the mod out, the machine deposit into remote containers, take it out, which means all this stuff, all these are no longer going to auto deposit. It means those machines will fill up, but I'll be able to then go and start, you know, putting everything in that I need in place with automatic production, not relying on mods for it. Or should I just leave the mod and try to work around it, because it is going to cause problems in some spots. And oh yeah, I was doing osmium rods out here too. I still have a lot of osmium rods I need to make as well. Yeah, I might have to do like another. I might have to go do like an auto crafter next to the other osmium stuff. I don't know. I got a lot of power now. I can do this, but it's also feeling like I don't want to go and redo all of this just yet. So I'm torn on what I want to do with this. I guess I'm waiting on water. Maybe. Nope. So there's water. It's eggplants. Why is it not producing? Look, it says I've got everything I need. I got sulfur, I got algae, I think the algae is bugging just on the fact that, I mean, there's algae in range. Again, oh yeah, there's a bug with the autocrafter and the algae. Mods are not cheats. It just depends on what the mod is. Like, there is a mod from the same modder that made the remote deposit one. There is, I mean, there's certainly ones that are definitely cheats, you know, depending on how you look at it. Like the auto-consume water and food. You never even have to worry about eating your food or water. It'll automatically do it. That I definitely would say is a cheat. But then there's another one that the same modder who did some of these did, which actually is it says it's a cheat, it's labeled as a cheat, but it's actually a fix for a bug in the game, which is when an item is just partially submerged in water, you can't pick it up. And there's actually a fix, it's like called photo mode. And basically that's what it is it treats it like you've got photo mode. Yeah, photo mode, hide water. Workaround when items are not fully submerged and can't be picked up. And it's labeled as a cheat because it technically is breaking, I guess, a mechanic in the game, but at the same time, it's fixing a bug with one of the game mechanics. It's not, the game mechanic should not be doing that. So it really comes down to what the mod does and how you consider it a cheat or not. I don't think mods are cheats unless they do something that is definitely very cheaty. You know, like in my case, I do have the advanced something mod that lets me basically fly if I press F1, but I don't use it except for when I'm doing like the videos to get like a good, you know, little shot of like something like, I want to come here and I go turn off this. I could do like a nice cinematic shot I could not get otherwise. But I'm not using the mod as a cheat in that case. So it really comes down to, I think, how you define a cheat. If it's anything that is not part of the native game, then yes, a cheat. But that also means that you are also, the game itself has cheats in there because there are certain mechanics that are not working correctly and are cheating you out of resources. You know, so many times I've been unable to collect a resource because it was partially submerged. That's a cheat. That's the game cheating us. I'm trying to think what I was needing else to do. Oh, I need that's right, I was needing some osmium. There, fits that. Now, having stuff automatically deposit from anywhere in the map to storage in some other place definitely can be a cheat. But in my case, I considered it a quality of life thing because I like to really build big. Same way as FCS mods for Subnautica can be considered cheats because it's allowing you to automate certain things that the devs have not provided in the game natively. But it also gives you the option to do a lot more in the game, like some people want to do. You know, mods are an extension on the game. Yes, it can be cheaty, but it can also be an expansion and an enhancement to the game, such as adding in some new buildables that the devs didn't even think about. I don't know why I'm going that way. You got me all talking up, and I went the wrong direction. You know, there's mods that don't add anything to the game that would be considered a cheat. It's like, hey, now you can build these decorative items that normally you can't build if you want to be able to do a big base and with all sorts of decorations. And that's not a cheat because the devs designed the game around building and doing a lot of cosmetic work, but then restricted you on the available cosmetics. In that case, I consider the cheat being on the dev side of things, because they built the game around you doing a certain style of gameplay and then restricted you. You know, it's like, here, we want you to do this. It's like, play this instrument, but we're handcuffing you, your hands behind your back so you can do it. It's the same thing, like, why I cannot play Valheim. If I did go back to playing Valheim, I would have to load mods to fix problems with the game, such as the way they handle some of the build mechanics in the game, because I can't play the game with those build mechanics because it feels like I am actually getting cheated. Like, I'm not getting to play the game the way it should be designed to play. I'm playing it where I'm being cheated. And I forgot about super alloy rods needing aluminum, so I need another one of those over here. There are mods for Skyrim. There's a ton of mods for Skyrim. There are, you know, mods for cheating. Not necessarily. There was a mod for Skyrim I remember seeing that it was a bear. That was it. You could spawn in a bear. This bear had a little ukulele. I think it was just a bear. It didn't have a hat or anything. It was just a ukulele. And then it started playing Dick Dale's Miserloo. That's what it is. Or Miserloo, however you say it. You know it. If you've watched Tarantino movies, you would recognize it. But it was a bear, and it just starts playing it, you know, and it's just dancing and playing to the song. That was a mod. I do not consider that to be a cheat, because that was something done purely for entertainment value. You're not getting any special benefit by summoning the bear. It's just, it makes it look interesting. It's funny. So no, mods themselves are not inherently cheaty. I see no way anybody can say mods are just, all mods are cheats, because there's no way to call it that, because there's so many different options for what you can do with mods that it's definitely can't be cheaty. And I'm going to take a moment, and I'm just going to test out the how much of a difference it makes in my gameplay. I'm taking out the remote deposit. So we're not even going to have the remote deposit for a little bit. We're going to finish the rest of the stream with no remote deposit mod. Timmy's just, he's like, I'm asleep. Leave me alone. Oh yeah, that's it. Like, if you think mods are cheating, there's tons of mods for Minecraft that are all about making the game look better. Let's put it that way. Tons of mods for Minecraft that are just about making the game look better and nothing else. And if those are cheats, then, you know, anything that you do that is not intended by the devs would be a cheat. That means even if you are fixing a flaw in the game design, a clear flaw, it would be a cheat. And now I'm trying to think of what it was I was doing. Oh yeah, I gotta build one more extractor now. So I need an extractor for aluminum. I forgot about that part. I'm gonna get this. So that means I don't have to worry about anything here overflowing. I have to worry about my extractors overflowing everywhere else, which is fine. I'll build this stuff up, work around it for right now. Yeah, this is definitely one of those I feel better if it was like a brand new game. And I would just not do the mod. I'll give time for the mod to get updated again, see if there's anything that makes it worthwhile. But we'll try this now, just see how bad it affects everything doing like this. Because, yeah, all this, I'm not going to have anything transferring out of these. All this will just now be stuck here. And I'll have to remember to come out to get them. But, same time, if I just dump everything that's not tier 3 and just build all tier 3s. I don't know why that set to that. Then I'll have, you know, need for the sorting mod or for the extracting mod, because everything will be automatically connecting anyway. Alright, we need aluminum. So that's pulling. And that's pulling. So what I should have is these start to fill up. So basically I should be able to get, you know, 8, 8, and 8. And that's enough. I go grab all of them. And I go out there and make 8 drill T5s out in here. In this area. And with that said, I'm going to take these 3 out. Because I don't need those. I'm going to do bigger ones. Okay. I was about to say, I know it should be crafting. That should balance out because the aluminum one will start producing faster. So there we go. There goes that. So that aluminum one should fill up, waiting on the iridium or the super alloy ones to fill up. Clear some of this out. I could totally see this now being a case that people are going to be just pushing on new game saves to get as quick as possible scaled up. They're like, oh yeah, I'm going to have uranium, so I'm going to go set up uranium harvesting. And I'm going to go out there, I'll have a shredder out there so I can dump everything that's not uranium. And maybe even have like the advanced crafting out there so you could build everything into make uranium rods to simplify bringing it all back. You're going to do all that until you get to the point you get the tier 3. And once you get the tier 3, then you're going to be like, I'm taking all these out. I'm just going to build a big operation somewhere. And I know there's going to be somewhere somebody's going to sit there and be like, I am going to plan this out. They're going to draw it out, map it out, do all the... They're going to get the like overhead shot down to look and see what the range is for everything. They're build some kind of planner tool, and they're going to go through and they're going to build out some big interconnected thing that all funnels in and basically is like, yeah, you build this, here's the plan, and it optimizes and does all this stuff automatically. You know? Okay, let me dump this. Now, honestly, simple stuff, like you just want to make your iridium rods. You build like 3, 6, 9, whatever you want of the, you know, tier 3 producing those, producing iridium, and you have one crafter that's just producing iridium rods, and then you just have to remember to go back and empty it out on occasion. Like this, I'm not using up as much honey now. It actually seems to be getting this stuff to fill in better because I'm not overflowing certain things. Algae. Okay, so why is that not producing? Well, again, it seems like there's a bug with the algae. Like, yeah, it's collecting all the inside stuff, and then the stuff that's out of range keeps growing and growing and growing, getting further and further out of range until you have nothing that, until it hits its limit. Because I think that each one of these has X number of spots that can be actively growing. So you end up with all of it being further out than what you can actually have. I mean, that's what's that? It says I have the methane. I have. Okay, I apparently don't have methane. There we go. There goes something. I'll have to build like a little storage thing out here. Something to store some algae in just to help out, I guess. Buy a 7900 XT. And yeah, you'd I'm sure you're gonna be having to do some serious price watching. Cause good luck. I mean, I was glad I got my deal on my 3080 Ti that I got. What was I? Oh yeah, I was gonna build a storage locker. Of course, this also turning off the transfer from the machines to the containers just made this a horrible base location because I cannot build any drills up there. So if you're going to build a base like that, then you're definitely going to have to use a mod for it to be worthwhile. Otherwise, you're going to be just dropping down all the time to get supplies. It's just easier to build stuff where you're all around your supplies. I'm going to have to throw a scrapper out here too. Oh yeah, thought I was going to go over here and do this. Oh, why you can't put like a locker in someplace like that? I'll throw some honey in. That'll help a little bit. All right, seriously. Algae, squash. Why is this breaking? You know what? Let me just turn it off. I mean, obviously it crafts. Do I need to put another methane? Oh, I got methane. Squash? Is the squash out of range? No, squash can't be out of range. It's right there. I've got algae in here. It's not using it. So, all right, something is bugging right here. Or, oh, wait, okay, I need 2 methane, but still, that's... I have to do another methane or gas extractor out here. Yeah, I would like to see, and it may not be possible, or maybe, Acronaut, who has done several of these mods, could come up with a way to do this. What if instead of a circular radius around the autocrafter, there's a linking system? Since apparently, you know, there's a lot of stuff you can't build just on the ground. Like, you can't build the autocrafter on the ground. You can't build a storage locker on the ground. You gotta have to build a foundation grid. What if there was a base linking element? Instead of it being, here's the radius it's gonna pick up. Yes, have the radius be for items like the stuff on the ground, larvae, algae, sure. But the containers, have it also link any of them that are attached to the same base structure. So, like, you know, Subnautica, you know, I've used this trick where if you build a certain way, you can extend out your base. So even though they're not physically connected, it thinks they're the same base. What if you had something like that, except it actually had to be connected? So when I'm placing down like an autocrafter, it highlights all of the base parts that are connected. So it's like, this if I place it here, it connects over to here because this is treated as connected. That means every locker inside is connected, which means I get access to all this stuff because it's part of the same base structure. Almost like having a conveyor system, but that would mean you could then you wouldn't have to worry so much about the range on some of these. As far as it being just slightly out of range for a certain item, you could build, as long as they're physically connected through foundation grids, it would treat it as the same base component, and you could have them producing that way. I'm trying to think, I'm hearing something crafting. I forgot about having that. I keep hearing something crafting, and I'm not close enough for anything to actually be where I should be hearing it. I need the super alloy. I'll get the rest from down below. So, bacteria sample and 2 fertilizer tier 2. And that, I'd say that should be full. Yep. Alright, so I got a tree spreader for mushroom seeds. Trying to think where I want to put this. I know, we're gonna do it out here in the gate desert. Because why would you not expect to see some big mushroom trees in the gate desert? Oh, all right. I was just looking here because I've got the mods Acronaut mods page pulled up, and he's got some saves or some mods for saving. So like there's an automatic save, and then there's a quick save thing, so you can actually have F5 be configured to, you hit F5 and it saves. It saves after a set time period. You know, that's something that's not in the game, and honestly, you know, I appreciate to a degree the not having autosave. I think it should be an option for telling it to autosave. But, you know, that's a mod that somebody made. It's a mod for the game that all it does is add automatic saving, which should be natively in the game. So that's not a cheat. But it made me think about the fact that one of these, there is a mod, if you wanted to do this, and you know, it's the same thing that happened with Subnautica. Even though the game is meant to be played single player, even though it's part of the theme of the game, you are solo on this planet to work on terraforming it. There's a multiplayer mod. Runs a local server that, you know, if you do the port forwarding, somebody online can play with you, or just somebody on your network can play with you. But there is a multiplayer mod for the game. Now, if you were wanting to check out, actually, I want to say I think it is available on Nexus mods even for that. I think that's where I initially saw it. But yeah, there is a multiplayer mod for Planet Crafter if you were wanting to, basically, it's not going to run a server, but it's going to be you playing the game, and your game is acting as the server, and somebody else can join in. So you have to be actively playing the game for them to be able to play on it. But there is a network multiplayer option nonetheless. I'm just throwing that out there. Anybody wants to go and play multiplayer on this, you can. I'm not going to do it because, you know, while some people might say that should be part of the game, you should be able to do multiplayer. That is one of those things that's against what the devs intended for the game. They did not mean for it to be multiplayer. It's not part of the theme. And I would say, if you want to, you know, argue with it, multiplayer is technically a cheat in the game. And that's a mod. It's a cheat because it's not meant to have multiplayer. I need to do something about the honey down there. Yeah, let's just do that. I'll throw a little recycler in there, or a scrapper in there. Shredder. All right, that is coming up on 35. I need 100, so not gonna get 100 insect rockets launching today. And oh, they boosted the outdoor farms. Now it's not just here's 4, it's more than that. You can get a lot more. I guess to tie in with the auto crafting to make it work a little bit more fluid. And I'll see this I can build here on the ground. Other stuff, no. This, sure. We're fine with you building a shredder on the ground. Actually, I'll just leave it in there. Yeah, algae is apparently bugging a bit. I may just have to retweak this if I pull some of these back out. I guess it means I could just reuse some of these elsewhere. Or just do like that. Look, filling up. That's nice. It does mean I can just come down here and grab some stuff when I need it. Sulfur has been consumed quite readily. Because, I guess, multiple things using sulfur. You know what? Let's think on this. So, tree bark, I have to go biodome. No way around that. That's gonna be it. So the biodome, let's just say, will have to be kind of maybe part of the central piece. Maybe that's like the biodome has a door, leads onto a platform. Platform's got some stuff. I could even put some of the auto crafters in the biodome. I'll need algae for bacteria samples, and I'll need water for bacteria samples. So I'll need a water collector, and say a couple algae generators, a zeolite extractor, and an alloy extractor. So it comes down to, what's the tier 2? I might be able to set up a tree spreader farm, basically. Now with that, we can spam a lot of trees. VR mods for like Dying Light and Alien. I could do maybe Dying Light. I'm not a fan of like the Alien Isolation style, and I could never get into Grand Theft Auto. I mean, yeah, it's open world, but if I'm gonna do that, I want to have like, you know, like what was it? There's one I played. I actually played both of them, the first one and second one, and I have the second one is on my Steam Deck. It's like the same style as GTA. Like you don't get in and drive a car, but you get like, you got superpowers, so you can pick up cars, throw them, and stuff like that. The prototype games. I like those because that open world is fun. You know, there's somebody did, it's either a mod or just a demo they built in Unreal engine that is like, it's a Superman simulator. You get to pretend like you're Superman, you know, and it like lets you like boost, like, you know, when you're flying fast, everything. I'm still waiting for somebody to do a Dragon Ball simulator. Actually, there was a Dragon Ball Z mod years ago. I don't know if you can still get it or not, but there used to be one for Minecraft where you could actually, in Minecraft, have like the ability to fly around, shoot energy balls, stuff like that. And it would spawning Dragon Balls to go collect. You even had the crazy Goku hair. What was I thinking? Oh yeah, I was gonna look at I started thinking about the mods like that, and now I forgot I was coming up here to look at this. So, fertilizer tier 2. Gonna need algae. Of course, I need the algae for bacteria sample, so algae for that. That'll kind of help cover it. I'm still making tier 2 down below, but what if I want to use it for something else? I want to do a setup that is just, I think we do it at a time, just for producing everything I need for tree spreader tier 3. So I need squash, I need eggplant, so 2 outdoor farms. To produce the eggplant for that, I'll need sulfur, and I'll need methane. So I need an extractor. And beyond that, so that's I'll need the biodome. I'll need algae, so I can do the algae and the biodome right over the water. Biodome over the water with algae. I'll need a single extractor for the zeolite. Yeah, okay. Oh, of course, I turned off that, so I have, like, no osmium coming in. So I need to go grab some osmium, because I turned off my item transfer. Yeah, I think I can do that. I can make a full auto tree spreader production setup, and then it's just the seeds, which the new seeds, it might be a way to do that. Well, no, I can't, because the auto sequence DNA mod has to have the designation of what the name of the item is. So there goes, yeah, that's okay. So 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6. There you go. We'll do these because I got some ready. Giant drills. Very big noisy drills too. Honestly, at this point, I don't think I'm going to see that big of a boost from anything drill or heater related. I just honestly have too much going other stuff. Like the oxygen boost, and I'm going to get the insect boost. That is just going to be way too much more on that. And I'm going to have to set up osmium production somewhere. Something other than that. I guess I'll do I'll get one going, and I'll produce some osmium. Actually, I might change if I can get one of these over here full. I might change it from the iridium. The iridium fills up the red. It's supposed to powder, red powder. Then I just turn it to osmium. Let it build up so I can get some osmium and get some rods going. Well, I could build me another one just for osmium. Hell, that's full. That's needing sulfur? Alright, seriously, what? Oh, we got 2. Okay, so 2 sulfur. So this is where having it where it designates everything with like a green tint to it would help. Bees. Lots of bees. At least keep that going. All right. Oh yeah, I gotta have a lot of... I gotta get all those filled up with bees. Right? That's what it is? It's... Yeah, 3 each. So I'm doing 100 rockets in one go. That's gonna be 300. So I need... Yeah, it's like almost 9 full containers worth of bee larvae. Yeah, osmium is giving me problems now. That the fact I did not have that much built up is hurting. With the mod turned off. Jason's son took the basement over, or what used to be his office. Yeah, okay. I guess you don't get an office anymore, Jason. Just get clean up after the cat. Okay, I need osmium rod. I may have to just go grab an osmium rod from the other spot. Okay, I was below 10 when we started. I'm already up to 16 something. Pressure and heat are kicking up a little bit better, but not as much as like oxygen. Part of that is the fact that the ore extractors also provide heat and pressure. You gotta remember, all the ore extractors you put in are providing heat and pressure as well. I'm finally actually making a decent dent in that. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna go grab... Hopefully I should have an osmium rod by the time I get back over here. That's what I think. Alright, so osmium rod. Give me an extractor for osmium. I'm just gonna make one for osmium. And I can start filling up and make some rods back at the base while I don't have the mod active. I still need a second extractor for zeolite so I could fully automate everything. Not that, you know, it's a problem. I got plenty of zeolite right now. Actually, too much. I'll take one of the zeolite extractors out at some point. I went right past it. Oh, yeah. Yes, it did. Okay. So I should just need... Oh, no. Because it was sulfur, right? Sulfur is one of the items I need, I think. I'm gonna build a tree spreader production facility over here is what I'm thinking. Like over in this area. I just come over here, craft from containers, you know, easy craft style. I can build all the tree spreaders right there. Basically, I just gotta worry about producing the seeds, which I've got all the stuff over here to help with that. Yeah, I'm gonna make just like a... This is a fun base in terms of the look of it and everything, but I will not be building up top again like this. I definitely won't worry about building on top of the waterfalls either so much. I'm just gonna build down on the ground where I can be right next to my extractors. All right, so we're gonna do that one. And let me think through this again. All right, so algae and water, simple. Yep, I need sulfur. I need the gas extractor, and I'm going to need the osmium or the zeolite. So, oh, and super alloy. I need 3 extractors, 3 ore extractors, tier 3. Yeah, okay, that's all right. That's making it a little more complicated. I really want to get this to work, but that is definitely complicating things a bit. Feels like taking out that mod. It feels like what was it that saying? Something to spite your face, kind of thing. Like I cut my foot off. Like I intentionally handicapped myself, and now I've got like, oh, I want to do this big project, but I handicapped myself for the project. Okay, so we got that. That will help. That will help. Yeah, I'm just gonna take these, and these, and these, and these. Goody. At least I have some stockpile now up here. Yeah, you know, I guess I'm just gonna put it all together. It's fine. Alright, so yes, I still need to be able to produce that. I gotta be able to produce. I gotta have 3 extractors. The biodome tier 2. You know, let's kind of do the biodome tier 2. Yes, I can. I actually have everything I need for the biodome tier 2. Let's go ahead and do that. I can. Like that. I'll need some of these. 3 should be enough, I think, just to get started. Because the gas extractor is going to have to go outside. Yeah, okay. Oh, and I got room. Let's get some algae production out of here. All right, so 2 algae generators. Have to go get a lake water generator going. This is going to give me the biodome, which I guess because of the size, I need to try and make it the edge, but also not too far off the edge of things. This could be good right here. Yeah, I'm just going to, have it. If I do it like this, I can build off the 2 sides and kind of like do that. But if I do it like this, then I have, you know, I'm thinking this go out a bit. Go like that. You know, some kind of walkout at least. And this, of course, I need one of these. Forgot to bring stuff for the door. Then my algae generators, which will be would be perfect underneath if I had it high enough. All right. Let's start with the algae then. Like that. And I'm just going to build it. Actually, you know what? Let me do this, because I know what's going to happen. It's going to be like, oh yeah, you don't have enough height on it or something. Oh, that's gonna work good, I think. I may have to adjust the height of that just a little bit. Big one? We got a big one. And I honestly don't care at the moment. I just want to get this going. Yeah, they may have done this specifically for a certain reason to make you want to build more small bases around the idea of it being like, oh yeah, if you build a lot, like a big base in one spot, it does slow things down a bit. You know, if you build a lot of bases, it can help with the FPS by not having everything in one area. All right, so let's... that's algae. That's... I need water still. That's algae and that's methane. That's not the O2. And of course, I still have to come out and empty out O2 stuff on occasion. That's still a problem. That if it fills up with O2 and you're not using the O2 for anything, the oxygen capsule is going to fill up and you're not going to be able to get any methane. So you still have to come out and do these. It's not fully automatic still on certain things. Like the beehives are filling up with honey because it's not getting used fast enough. And it's just, you know, there's nothing for like, I can't do just the silk larva or the bee larva with that. I have to then go back to doing the, you know, trying to craft them through the DNA sequencing. And back to the FPS thing, every game like this, Subnautica, No Man's Sky, anything like that, you build big bases, it's going to affect the FPS, period. Less lag if I'm not using the mod? I'm not going to say that because my FPS is pretty much the same as with or without the mod. I'm getting pretty much the same FPS. Usually I mean, around this stuff, getting dips down to 15 or 20. I'm seeing that, and I'm also still getting 30, 35 in places too. I mean, yeah, it's definitely not as effective. It's not having an effect because I'm not having stuff constantly transfer, but that should not take that much of a hit to FPS for it to do this kind of stuff. All right, so I've got the algae, the biodome. I need water. So once I put the water there, I need an auto crafter for the water, or for the bacteria sample, which then yeah, let's bacteria sample. So I gotta have one to auto craft the bacteria sample. I'm gonna need one to craft fertilizer, and then one to craft fertilizer tier 2, which is gonna be 3 of those, which of course uses some osmium. And so I got the tree bark. I need my 3. As to the problem, how am I going to get 3 ore extractors in close enough proximity for everything and line it all up? That's the problem there. The algae is going to spread too far out still and be a problem, I expect. I think that's going to end up still being an issue. So that's why I say some kind of like, you know, range on that, but also at the same time, some kind of thing it connects between everything that's actually physically connected to the bases would be good. Oh, no. No, forgetting again. Magnesium and aluminum. At some point I need to go clear out the aluminum from those spots. Alright, so that's that. And why not go ahead and see if I can get this going. We'll get one of these. Actually, I know what else I need. I'll do a few more spots. I think the ore extractors are going to be the ones that make it be a little bit more of a complication because of getting everything in line and like close enough. Of course, I don't have to have the ore extractors producing something for use necessarily. It's their oxygen capsule. You know, that's going to gunk up everything quite readily if it's not being cleared out. So there needs to be some way to auto transfer the garbage items out of stuff if we're going to use the auto crafter, because certain things will not work with it. There's still certain things that are just not, it's not the best implementation with them. I might do this with the auto crafters like this. Gives me room to walk up. And so that's just algae and water. Well, I have no water being produced yet. Algae, yes. And look how far out it's spreading on that. It's still going to be a problem. And that's a good range, but it's still not working with the algae constantly spreading more out towards the edge. All right. Drop it. Don't want it. Despawn it. So that leaves me just strictly needing some osmium. For osmium rods, or just the osmium rods. Perfect right there. I think really the big thing is, regardless of using that mod or not, I just need to go in and replace every single extractor with a tier 3 one, and I don't have to put them in the caves. I could technically just build me a long stretch of tier 3 extractors down below on the ground and just set them up for the different items, and then re-enable the mod, put the mod back in so it works, and just have it go to certain things. It just goes back to the little small pocket bases that are specific to certain things. That's also dumping into my containers. Yeah, I may just be having to go and do a lot of a whole bunch of tier 3 extractors down below. Okay, so I need 3 osmium rods for that. And not enough. Well, you know what? Speed things up a bit. Let's, I'll go ahead and make another extractor set to osmium down below and let it run to help speed up the production of osmium till I get enough to make the other 2 extractors. Then I'll take that out. There we go. Hey, yo, thinking about it, the modding thing, you know, yes, if I use the extract or, you know, move items to containers from like these, so it's like everything dumps into the containers, you still run into kind of one problem, which is, and why is that? I was about to say, why is that not firing? This stuff is going to run off in the distance. If I am on the other side of the map, this stuff is still running. The same as the tier 2 extractors dumping into my containers. This itself is going to add lag to the game. The more of these little bases with the auto crafters that are constantly, you know, every so many seconds checking to see if the items are there to run their production thing, it's going to add lag to the game. This is going to, you know, I mean, think about it. If every few seconds, if they all sequence at the same time every few seconds, then if you have 50 auto crafters, that's 50 things running a check every so often. At some point, you're going to have extra lag added to the game because of that. So yeah, I need those. I'll go check. We're here for that. I'm going to take that out eventually. Oh yeah, we're cutting it close. I think I get this done because I want to have it where this is done and basically it's like, oh yeah, I just have to worry about auto mating like some of the stuff for the seeds, which should not be that hard. I mean, that's a mod update right there for that to happen, and just me dumping stuff in to the appropriate spots. 2. There you go, like that. That's not. This one's going faster than this one, which is kind of what I was expecting to happen. So that's 2 of those. Need the iridium rods. And plenty of titanium waiting for me. Okay. Believe I got the mic turned off fast enough to not blow everybody's ears out. And this temperature change is throwing my sinuses off. It was like, it was below freezing the other morning, like earlier this week, and now today the high is hitting 80 degrees. You know, it's cold enough that water can freeze when you wake up in the morning, and then in the afternoon you need shorts again. I need some. Oh, I can dump that. I need some more titanium. All right, that gives me, that's 2. Number 3 is down here. And then I just need to create, should be 2 more auto crafters, one for fertilizer tier 2. And that should be it. That should be what is aluminum or sulfur over here. I need sulfur because of this needing it for the auto crafting. So that's going to be the first one that goes in here to keep it close proximity. Okay, we'll just do like that. And I may have to stagger them a little bit. Like, there we go. I don't think I want to have this one sitting off the ground like that. Alright, so closest one is going to be sulfur because that is part of the components. Then we're going to do the super alloy and the zeolite. So that produces there. I should ultimately be able to pretty much just stand here and go craft. But granted, I'm only going to be able to do like 2 at a time because of the bark. If I don't throw in some kind of storage here. See, that... Going back to the mod, that could work with my idea of like, instead of just everything being arranged value around the autocrafter, because some of that is kind of being hit or miss. If the autocrafters placed down and it connected everything in the base and could craft from that, what if certain things, because of the limited amount of storage, could be set up where, and maybe they're gonna do something like this, they may have it already in mind, it may already be in the works. What about an item mover type device that you could set it in a certain spot and it automatically pulls things out of the extractor, the crafter, whatever, it pulls that automatically and dumps it into a designated storage container. And like basically negating the mod entirely because it's doing its own thing for that. It just doesn't do it from anywhere in the map. It does it within a certain range, or as I said, having it where when it's connected to the same foundational grid arrangement, it becomes all part of the same base. So it's like, oh, this thing way over there at that auto crafter. Well, that auto crafter creates this. I'm going to pull that out and move it over here. And you can designate one item that gets moved. You know, and maybe even have it toggled where it can be move this item to this storage only in range and only attached to the base. And what if you could do it for like taking the auto crafter, you know, you place it here, which I do need to make a couple more auto crafters for over there anyway. Well, if I come here, it's got like a toggle. Take this item and move it to, you know, this is the item you want it to take and use storage. So you have it like base versus radius and base versus radius. So it picks up anything on the base attached to storage or anything like that of that item and moves it to only the storage lockers within range. Now, obviously, they'd have to do something to prevent like a loop of it, because it could be, if you mess something up, you could create like an infinite loop where stuff just keeps getting moved like you know, over and over and over, and it could end up locking your game up. But I'm sure there's gonna be something, because I mean, let's face it, if you want to automate the tree spreaders now, you're gonna have to come out here and, you know, pick up the tree bark on a regular basis and just put it into a big storage, because otherwise you're only going to have 2 tree bark at a time unless you build a bunch of them, and then they get out of range, you know. Fertilizer, yeah, and fertilizer tier 2. But that's in range. That's in range. So that should take that. Outdoor farms. That's why I'm missing my outdoor farms. I need those outdoor farms right there. And I just need 2. The squash and the eggplant. And that should pretty much set it up. That should be it, I think. Yeah, okay. I should have enough for that. Yeah, I got some bee larvae up here from before, and I don't have any bee larvae now. Used up the last ones I had up there. See that? Yes, I need honey for certain things, but that just gunked it all up right there, you know? I see, here's the algae. Nothing in the middle, but stuff out here. So it just keeps spreading out further and further out of range, until you got all your algae further out and nothing can be picked up. So hopefully that's going to be fixed, because that does kind of make it not so useful for the anything that uses algae, unless you literally, I guess, sit. It's like, here's 1 or 2 or 3 algae generators bundled together, and you're basically sitting the auto crafter right above it vertically. Oh yeah, that, boom, and let's just for the tree bark to accumulate. Go to this. That should be. That should it. That should be all of it. I should be able to start. Once I get the air stuff going, we're at 3 hours, let's say 10 minutes, should be able to come back, build at least a couple of tree spreaders. At least a couple of tree spreaders. You know what? Let's start with the farms. You know what? Farm would help if I actually had the seeds I need. I forgot to bring seeds. Yep, I forgot to bring the seeds. At least I, you know, I guess come back a few times and let the tree bark fill up. So I know it's squash and eggplant. Eggplant for fertilizer tier 1, squash for fertilizer tier 2. Oh, maybe this is just a case I need to here build several more biodome tier 2s and just make it when I plan to build, I just come here and I run through all of them and gather up all the tree bark. Because look at that. I emptied out, came right back. It's already full. I mean, it's fast, but in the end, it's still a case of, you know, again, the algae bug. Yeah, as soon as I collect some of the algae at the edge, it's like some new algae grows in and gets detected. There's something that's not working right with the algae. So that's going to fill up. Then this will finally start to do something. Let's see, here's my water. Water's going, yeah. Oh, you know what? Let's go look at the mushroom trees. They should be grown in now. And I guess that's the point. That's it. I mean, I've got it done. That's, you know, it's just now letting it build up the resources, and hopefully we get a fix for that weirdness with the algae pretty soon. Because, yeah, right now the algae works very limited with the auto crafter until that's fixed. Timmy's laid out. Like you done some work today or something, Timmy. Okay. That's one. And once again, we got this large area right here where nothing grows. So there's still some areas where no trees will generate. But that seems to be, to me, it looks like it's got more trees off of this one. And look at the range on that spread right there. I mean, that's all the way over here. And you got these gaps where nothing grows. Yeah, it is the trees, like the mushroom trees in the mushroom river. But it also seems like it's denser than I get with some of the other tree spreaders. So maybe they decided to have the percentage reflect not just how efficient it is, but how many you get, like how dense they are, how far they spread. So it matches visually. Butterflies are still doing all right in terms of visuals. Alright, let's check on this stuff again. Oh, yeah. The honey, the oxygen bottles, all that is making me have to just keep coming back and checking to make sure I'm not running out of space for what I really need out of these things. So yeah, it would be nice to either have some kind of tier 2 shredder that can tie in and have certain item or certain items selected that you can tell it to automatically shred these in radius. I guess that would probably be the easiest way to do it. Is like, oh yeah, honey is in range. If there's honey, shred it. You know, but at the same time, that would only work for like that case. I'd have to do the tier 1 beehives for the production because I would need the honey in some spots. Maybe we'll get that. Maybe tier 2 shredder that, you know, a super shredder, you know, but not the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle super shredder. It's just one that you tell it what to shred and it shreds only that item within range so that you don't overflow like with oxygen capsules or something like that. That would be good. That would be a useful upgrade. And I definitely think we should have that if we're going to still have auto crafters. Otherwise, they just get gunked up, and you know you're not saving that much time with them in some cases. You know, it's almost to the point of I'll just build all these methane or the gas extractors and not worry about the auto crafter over here because I'm still going to end up with too much oxygen in some spot. Now I'm hearing stuff trigger, but I'm not seeing it trigger here. I see, again, it's pulling algae in here that's in range, except for this one. I took that one out. We're getting stuff that is just ends up growing too far out where it won't collect it, won't use it. Okay, just gotta wait on that to grow. So, all right, that's automating my biolab stuff over here. That's automating the tree spreader tier 3. I got stuff for automating. In fact, let's go check it real quick. For automating the building of drill tier 5. And I hope we don't get like a drill tier 6. Let's just go ahead and say tier 5 is big enough. I mean, unless we're going to do like some planet-sized drill. Maybe, you know, drill tier 6 is like one of the alien ships in Independence Day Resurgence, you know, where supposedly they were drilling to extract our core, which did not at all align with the whole first movie. Maybe something like that. You know, you got this big, like half a planet sized drill, that's tier 6. Okay. But for most part, I think drill tier 5 should be the top tier of it. Heater tier 5, let's just not worry about those. Let's focus on the plants, the animals, the fishies, that sort of stuff at this point. So hopefully I don't have to go and try and build yet another farm at some point to accommodate for a new setup like this. I guess at some point I could try to do it's going to be definitely a more complicated one for the heaters because you got 3 iridium rods. You're talking a really big setup if you want to make it go quickly. But, you know, I got some important stuff automated. Tree spreaders, you know, the slowest part of that really is going to be some of the algae and everything being buggy. The biolab, I think, is honestly the best thing right now, is that I've got that kind of tweaked and set up where I can get all the stuff I need from the biolab. I just go down there, everything's full, empty it out, let it work to fill it up again, and I just stockpile it up top at my base where I need it. So, can't think of anything else really major that I would need to automate the production of supplies so I can just go out there and build, other than stuff, of course, for rockets, which, you know, for most part, I'm already doing that. Honey is obviously a much bigger output than bees on this. But I need a lot of bees for, if we're going to try for 100 rockets. Yeah, a lot of bees. So I guess I go do a bunch of beehives. Tier 2 beehives just to get some more of the insect benefit. What is it? So I got bee larvae. I could just sacrifice the bee larvae to have something that makes more bee larvae. I got all the stuff I need down below for that. Technically, all I need to do is grab some tree bark up here and just, I can start making a bunch more beehives. It'd be nice to be able to make them up here on the foundation grid. Oh, actually, let me eat some food while I'm thinking about it. Alright, we're gonna try this. See how much range I can get out of this. Which actually I probably don't have to worry about. It's probably already produced some more bees over here. Did not. Alright, so out of range of the fertilizer tier 2. Or just no fertilizer tier 2. What am I missing? Algae, squash, methane. Okay, it's the algae bug again. That's the only thing that's biting me on this right now is the algae bug. That just spreads too far out over time until it stops working. You have to go and clear all the old the far algae out, and then it'll start working again. Right? Right. I got fertilizer. I got algae. I got this squash and methane. It says it's got them. Yes. No, it's... why does it say I got methane? Why does it say I got it when I don't got it? That's a problem. I didn't have it, but it said I had it. Bee larva hopefully will be done or have some, and then bioplastic nuggets I know I got down here. Plenty of mushrooms for that. Of course, now I don't get any bee larvae because I'm needing them. Take 2 of those. We'll just go over here and grab some of these. All right. Since that is for the rocket, we're gonna place it here. Actually, I messed up. Oh! No, no, no. What? No! No, 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 no. That's bad game. Bad game. That was a bad deal right there. That's next. Ah! I don't believe that. Oh, I was looking right at the thing too, and it went through and broke down the wrong thing. Now I can't see where I'm placing this. Did I get it close enough? No. I am not happy on that one. All right, that's close enough, I guess. Actually, let me see. All right, so I'm at the plant right there. So I had like this. It feels like I did the same spot again. I swear I went back a little bit. I like that. There we go. That's better. All right. Go. Now, one reason I tried to break it down was because I held down control. I didn't want to do that weird, like, the bug where I get the craft from containers thing where it just keeps beeping that I don't have the resources. Yeah, algae is not working very well with the auto crafters right now. I mean, look at this. This is right here. Look how far out that goes. It goes out to at least here, and I'm ending up with stuff like this one growing out here that it can't reach because it's spawning further and further out. Still can't get this to go. What? Ah, no. Squash, algae, methane. Come on. The squash. I'll put algae in. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. All that full. That's frustrating. That was frustrating. Actually, all right, you know what? Here. Testing time. Some dog have trauma. Hi. I thought, yeah, there's some dogs do have trauma. You know. Depends on how they were treated earlier in life. Alright, let's see. How am I doing? Okay, I got that. Once again, these algae bugging. Actually, this algae, it's starting to look like the algae's not even growing over here now. Or is it growing? It's growing in the rock? Did I build in a bad spot because it's gonna grow algae inside of the rock now? All right, well, in theory, this should be working. But it does not seem to be working because of the algae problems. Let's see how this is doing. Full. All that's full. It comes down to the algae and the auto crafting being a problem. Yay. We'll have to put like another shredder down there too to get rid of all the extra honey. Alright, well that's I mean, alright, so you know, we start off, we did the whole new story arc run where we do the alien stuff, went through all that so everybody can follow along in case the video yesterday was not as straightforward or threw somebody off. And I've done some automating. You know, Biolab is pretty much automated on everything Biolab except for I did not bother with fabric. Obviously, I could easily do fabric. I would actually assume the fabric should work straight from as long as it's in range of one of these, it should just be keep pumping out fabric. That would be like one of the easiest ones. You just put them side by side, you're done. So I don't have fabric being produced. I don't need that much fabric. I'm not worried about the high quality food because, let's be honest, you know, I got more than enough. Go grab a bunch of the excess honey. I'm not doing the pulsar quartz on automatic because I'm not using that much of it right now. And let's face it, I've got quite a bit. I can easily go grab the supplies I need to make more. So it's really all of these things. The bacteria sample, the nugget, fertilizer tier 2, explosive powder, mutagen tier 2 are all automated. I've only left off 3 items from the biolab. Once it stabilizes, maybe with the, you know, loading it fresh on the game save, I should have the tier 3 tree spreaders automated. It's just been coming up with the stuff for the tree seeds, which, again, the new seed, mutagen tier 2, and tree bark, technically that's already done. I just gotta go grab enough supplies. And yeah, everything else pretty. The only other automations I can think of is me going in and basically replacing a lot of my tier 2 ore extractors with tier 3 ore extractors down below, making it easier to reach them. And that's it. Oh, and I did the automation for the new drill tier 5. We've got a setup for that. You know, I got the explosive powder going. I could just make a setup that is nothing but the iridium rods and super alloy rods to generate, which would be 2 auto crafters and say like 5 extractors, 2 iridium, 2 super alloy, and 1 aluminum. And I just bring the explosive powder over with me and just use that for building a bunch of the big tier 5 heaters. Which, I mean, granted, I could go break some of that down and, you know, get some of the rods I need there. We may do that next time. I'm really not that concerned with my pressure and heat at the moment because, I mean, look at the speed. The oxygen is still the big winner right now. 80 rockets. You know, instead of worrying about getting to 200 right now with that, I'm just going to focus on trying to get 100 insect rockets for the biomass. That's the next big launch project. And with that, let's go ahead and start wrapping up. Timmy, I'm sure he's ready to go out. You're obsessed with Subnautica. At one point, I would not say obsessed, but at one point I was very into Subnautica, and now I've just got too many hours in it that I'm burned on it, you know? I'm ready, honestly, for, like, Subnautica 3 to come out at some point. But I'm not... I just can't get back into it. Like, you know, No Man's Sky. There's all this new content since I last played. I just can't drive myself back into it because it's just like I feel like it's still I've done everything. Now, that being said, Field Creator Studios are working on getting their mods ported the rest of the way into Below Zero. So if they do get that done sometime soon, they have been they're kind of held up with this new update. Apparently there's some stuff they had to change for the new update, the What the Doc update. They get that done where I can access those and start playing with the beta of the FCS mods for Below Zero. I'll do a Below Zero series with the mods. It won't be like a big super go crazy type thing, but we'll do a Below Zero series for those mods. Sorry, I don't think they're going to add multiplayer to Subnautica. Never at any point during the actual normal gameplay, you know, from the devs will they put multiplayer, because the whole idea of Subnautica, part of what made Subnautica 1 so good was that sense of isolation, and multiplayer kind of goes completely against that whole thing. It's not really isolation if you're playing with other people. That said, they could always give the option for multiplayer, you know, but it does take away from the actual vibe of the game when you're playing with multiple people, and it's no longer like solo survival kind of thing. Same with Planet Crafter. The devs have said they will never add multiplayer to the game, but Modder added multiplayer to the game. Now, you know, some people want to play multiplayer despite the game being geared towards that single player experience. And some people, you know, it's like there's some multiplayer games out there that I just really would like to play single player, and unfortunately the devs have never balanced it around single player. You know, I still see stuff about Conan Exiles where if you're playing single player, you're not going to beat any of the bosses because they don't scale accordingly to single player versus multiplayer. But as far as the game core mechanics, I don't think Subnautica 3 will have multiplayer. Just the same way as people have been begging for Subnautica 3 to be like open world, you know, generated as you go kind of thing. And there's a small group of people that are going to ask for that, of course, because they think it's going to work and be just as good as the original game, but more expansive because it's open world. But part of, you know, again, what made the original game so good was the amount of detail invested by the developers into the biomes. It's not just randomly generated. They went there and basically painted the biomes, put things in place, and were very meticulous about it. And you lose that with auto-generated open world stuff where it just keeps generating the same thing. So either they have to do this big, massive map like the size of maybe like Fallout and do all the details that way, or you know, go with open world like endlessly generated and you lose a lot of that quality that was as part of the first game. That's why I don't think they'll ever do an open world game. Plus the open world, you know, a bigger map maybe. Yeah, I could see that, but not going like that size of bigger map. Again, whatever they put out, there's always going to be people who are going to say, oh, it needs this, it needs that, it should have done this. But then you're going to have a lot of the other people that have been playing it since, you know, early on. They're going to say, I'm glad they didn't do this. I'm glad they didn't do that, because that would have ruined the game for them. So you can't please everybody. But, you know, there are certain things they can do to allow for different play styles. Again, you know, it's like Planet Crafter. Originally, you could not fabricate fabric. You couldn't craft it. You had to just find it. But there's all these different cosmetics you could make that you needed. Now you can make fabric, which was fixing a flaw in the game implementation earlier off. With, you know, some games, it's like, what was it? Icarus. You know, you've got all these things to build and everything you're encouraged to build and build big, but at the same time, you've got a timer. When that mission timer is over, you leave the mission. You don't go back to that base. So if you build a big elaborate base, you lose it in the end. So it's like, here, go do a lot of building, but we discourage you from that because you lose it all in the end. There's no point in it because you're not going to keep anything. And yet there are still plenty of people who play Icarus because they like the timed missions. I just can't do it because I want to build big. If I'm going to build big, I can't do the timer where I get cut off. If I play Icarus, it's going to be build as minimal as I can to get through the mission. And, you know, that's why I say, like, the forest. It's one reason the forest did so well is while the storyline of the forest implies a sense of urgency. Your son is missing after a plane crash. You don't know if you hallucinated it or actually saw a guy painted head to toe in red taking your son and walking away with him. You know, either way, you're trying to find your son. It does not imply that you're going to take your time to build a really big base with all these elaborate traps and all that. Yet we have that in the game. The story means you should move quickly. You should have a timer, but they did not do a timer so that people can play at their pace, how they want to do it, build how they want to do it. And that's one reason why the forest worked so well and why I'm looking forward to Sons of the Forest that should be out in, I believe it's still set for February. So when it comes to like Subnautica, you're going to have, again, it goes back to that sense of isolation. It's part of what made Subnautica 1 better than Subnautica Below Zero, because Below Zero, we went from Subnautica to Below Zero, we went from hearing other people talk and never ourselves as the character talking. There was no two-way conversation. It was always one direction. Even with Big Mama, Sea Emperor, she talked to us. We didn't talk back. We never heard that our character vocalizing or anything like that. Then you go to Below Zero and you have Marguerite you're talking to. You've got Alan you're talking to. You've got this two-way conversation thing. You've got conversation right as you're kicking off the intro sequence, talking to somebody, or, you know, having that conversation of you being launched out and, you know, from the big ship. While, you know, the beginning intro cinematic part doesn't do much, the rest of it, Marguerite and Alan, takes away that sense of isolation that the game did so well, which is why I don't see them ever doing a native multiplayer for the game, because that detracts from that isolation of you being on your own on an alien world. Part of why the storyline for Below Zero not only got changed overall partway through, but just did not work as well. Yes, as its own story, not too bad, but it did not live up to the first game because you had a set story. You had a driven thing, as opposed to you're trying to find your way off the planet and then you discover stuff as you're going. Timmy, what's up? What's up? Come here. Okay. Oh, you want to roll over? Oh. See, I never got into the Portal games. I'm not against like the whole puzzle aspect. I could never get into Portal. It's just one of those things. I did not find it like that enjoyable. You know, I it's a big game. Everybody's all about Portal. So many people love Portal. I just never got into it. You know, be honest. It's one I could never get into. All right, come here. Come here. You want to go out? Come here. Oh, I got you. I got you. Oh, watch your head. Speak. Say something. You're on the spot. Come on. You're not gonna say anything? Just breathe. Breathe. ASMR. Like he's looking right at the camera, as opposed to looking at the screen above the camera. Yeah. Give me a kiss. I'll put you down. Give me a kiss. There. Alright. That's good enough. Alright, he's ready to go. So, yeah. Alright, so, yeah. New update. Hope the videos helped you out as far as at least the basic explanation on things on the Wednesday's video, and of course the walkthrough yesterday. If not, then you can go back and watch the beginning of this live stream and follow along in real time as I did the alien locations. And yeah, now hopefully we'll get like a small update this week that might fit some of the stuff with the algae. I think it's not so much the algae being harvested by the autocrafter, but more the way the algae propagates, that you get it. Here's the spot, it spreads out, and these get picked up in the middle. So it just keeps randomly generating a different one till you get this outer ring that's outside the range of wherever it's set. And so you end up with those filling up all the spots until that algae generator has, let's say, 8 out of 8 possible spots set. And now suddenly there's no more algae spots to generate, and it gets stuck. So hopefully they fix that. But I think we're gonna call it, because Timmy wants to go outside. I need to get a refill on my drink, and it's about time to start looking and go eating. So yes, thanks for hanging out with us today. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, rest of your weekend, all of your coming week. We'll do this again next Saturday. Again, I'll have Timmy in his costume for that Saturday being like our Halloween type stream. But we'll just be back doing this unless, you know, something else big happens. But yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we will see you next time.